Yo, what's good?
Oh, I hear you now.
I know we're on a little bit of an echo. Sorry, guys. What up? Welcome to B&E. I got some two interesting guests today, so I'm excited to jump in the lab. We got some things to talk about. But all right. So yeah, I apologize for the echo. I know it's gonna be like that for you guys, but at least they can't hear that. So yeah, we all go in. So um, all right, bet. Let's get into it. So introduce both of you guys, man. Um,
Okay. My name is Marion Hall. I'm a brand ambassador for childhood. I help north of 2,000 kids, so far. Just finding my way in life right now, searching for the one.
oh, the one.
The one.
All right, man. Well, let's get into it. So I'm gonna be playing some TFT. I don't know if y'all like are into TFT and stuff like that, but I'm gonna play that. But I also have a clip that I
Yeah.
want to go through with you guys. So
Okay.
I'm curious on your thoughts behind it. So I'm gonna pull it up. But hopefully you are interested in weird stuff like that. So this is a video. This is a video by it's an Andrew Tate clip, and I heard Justin, right?
Jason.
Jason. I heard that you're an Andrew Tate fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many L's we're gonna take today. It might be me. It might be you. We don't know. But we about to find out. You know what I'm saying? So, um,
We shall see.
we shall see. Um, so, yeah. he has bottom bitches, right? That he will have used to beat the other women, right? Literally beat their faces in. Crazy shit. But yeah, those bottom bitches would do all his like dirty shit, and then they would like manage the hoes. Okay, think of it like situational leadership. You know? Okay, so if you got the hoe, right? She's trying to learn how to be and then you have the trainer trying to train the hoe. You know, that's the bottom bitch. Trainer, who's a trainer position now. She's no longer a hoe. She has elevated from being a hoe to now being the trainer of the hoes, right? She's like, and then you got the manager of the trainer of the hoes. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
That's who you're saying Andrew Tate is.
Yeah, he's the manager. The bottom bitches are the trainers, and then the hoes. So this is right, his bottom bitch talking to a trainer. Oh, sorry. His bottom bitch talking to a hoe. She's trying to tell her like, hey, this is how it's gonna work. If you don't give us our money, then I'm gonna have to come over there and beat your face in. Right? It's crazy. That's just dangerous.
That's somebody that Andrew is connected with, that he knows. You're saying that's his bottom.
Yes. Yeah.
Talking to a girl, talking to a hoe.
Talking to to the women he would go and coerce, lie, whatever, right? To come out from wherever they're coming from to Romania. And now they're camming for him, right? He has cam girls, right? And so these cam girls are now they're now working for him to generate income from him. But even you saw in the previous text, it like literally said, right, that we don't have money, right? Like they're broke, their family's disowning them, they're coming out to Romania, and even the guy you heard, that's not Andrew Tate, but you saw like some of his like war room, the war room, right? People, they're like, damn, I feel bad. I feel actually bad taking advantage of these women, and they're coming flying out to Romania, right? But I'm just showing you a clip. I mean, I don't know, man. You tell me what y'all.
That could have been like fabricated.
Who posted that?
This is by Willie Mac Show. Checkmarked. And you get 20% off free shipping using the Manscaped code if you want to get some,
Oh, you're saying the YouTuber?
Yeah, it's just a YouTuber.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So,
Honestly, he's probably like just trying to fabricate some stuff to get some views so people could come at Manscaped and get some affiliate links.
You think it's like that?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Okay. All right. Say less.
Assaulting the woman. The prosecution claims he would torture the girls by having his bottom beat them in their newly acquired breast implants by lifting her arm to break the operation, after which she stated that she's not stupid enough to hit her and leave traces. And yes, I will repeat this just like I have in my past 2 Tate videos, it somehow gets worse, as they allegedly have Twitter and Instagram employees in their cult, banning and botting people who criticize them. This is coming from a war room whistleblower.
We have many Twitter employees, we have Instagram employees, TikTok employees. When we want to, we can delete an account. Whatever the perceived attack is on the Tate brand, that the marketing, the post, the tweet, the thread, whatever is purporting, we counter that with our Tate bots. We get big accounts to.
So okay, this is the war room. This is the homies. You know how like you pay like 5 G's or something like that, and you get to be a part of like a special chat with all the top G's because you want to be a top G. This is one of the top G's,
I think Tristan on X already debunked that. He wasn't even really.
I'll pull up the clip. Yo, can you send it to me?
Well, I have to try.
Yeah. I'm curious. Let's say it. Okay, all right, bet.
To slander the person that's making that thread.
This is a real rabbit hole, so buckle up, because Andrew Tate is not the man he says he is. He can't even groom himself. Unlike me, a real man who uses Manscaped. Manscaped is the global men's lifestyle brand that's disrupting the grooming market.
That's
You know
all he
they
cares
take it
about.
seriously just by how beautifully
Selling
this
his
thing's
Manscaped.
packaged.
Okay,
This is the
20%
Performance
off.
Package 4.0, a
20%
game
off.
changer when it comes to creating the
That's
ultimate
it.
men's grooming and hygiene bundle. First, we got the Lawnmower 4.0, their 4th generation electric trimmer, featuring a cutting-edge ceramic blade designed to reduce grooming accidents. It has a 4K LED spotlight for when you need a more precise shave. Although your balls may look like a punching bag, you don't have to treat them like one. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the new Weed Whacker 2.0, nose and ear hair trimmer, using a 7,000 RPM motor and improved steel blades. Which is good, because I'm Italian. But my favorite two products that I didn't know I needed are the Crop Preserver Ball Deodorant and the Crop Reviver Ball Tone Spray. Just apply the deodorant after a shower, spritz on the Crop Reviver whenever you need a refresher, and boom, it's like a freshly waxed car. Manscaped will even throw in 2 free gifts, being the anti-chafing boxers and the Shed travel bag. So don't just leave them hanging, take care of your fellas. Go to manscaped.com and use promo code Willie to get 20% off, plus free international shipping. Thank you Manscaped for sponsoring this video. I have now made 2 videos on Andrew Tate going over the charges and the many videos he's posted incriminating himself.
I have to fuck her so she obeys me. I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me. So I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do.
Well, he's continued to incriminate himself in his War Room group chat where he teaches other people how to traffic women as well, leading to at least one other member being arrested and charged. So what is the War Room? It's Andrew Tate's cult of what he claims to be the most powerful non-governmental body in the world. He describes as the Illuminati, but cooler.
War Room is kind of like the Illuminati, but cooler.
How powerful is the network?
I'm alive.
Are we allowed to talk about anybody else who's in there?
I will never tell you about any of the members, but let's put it this way: I'm still alive, right? So, and there's been serious attempts on my life.
Do
So
you-
The War Room is the most powerful network on the face of the planet today, bar governments.
Are you trying to
bar
keep
nation
up?
state? The War Room is bar nation state wanting you dead. The War Room is the number one enemy you wouldn't want you coming after you because they will get you. We are that good.
Now, I used to think he was just being hyperbolic here, but it's not just a meme. It's dangerous, especially if you're a woman they target. Now, if you're a new member of the War Room, it's just another way for them to siphon $5,000, $7,000 out of you.
But the War Room now, it's like when you join it, you're gonna be paying the $5,000. But
Bruh.
you're not just gonna be paying for that. They say that's only your admission ticket. You're only paying to get access to these people. You're not paying to be respected and all that stuff. What you're supposed to be doing is pay for more stuff. As soon as you join, they're asking you, it's like you gotta pay now for the 5 fundamental courses, which I think is like $3,000 with a discount or whatever. So $5,000 USD plus $3,000 discount.
$8,000 just to get started, and they will continue to gouge you for thousands more. But if you actually stick around long enough and make the money, that's when you'll be allowed in the more advanced courses. In one of the War Room group chats, Andrew Tate is giving step-by-step instructions on how to manipulate girls, using his own as examples. In one of the leaked messages, he explains how he would isolate girls from their family by lying. He writes, update on the 2 girls living together. The girl that moved lost her support network at home, cemented her move, talking about staying forever, can't wait for me to come back, etc. So I had to tighten the screw. So I said somebody from her hometown told me that she worked in a sex club. I literally totally made this up from the sky. He then shows the text accusing her at 10:40 and then ghosting her for 20 minutes as she panics. He says, started calling her a liar and threatening to kick her out. The real goal here is for her to agree to work in a sex club. I literally totally made
Okay, let's read it, right?
this up from the sky. He then shows the text accusing her at 10:40.
You worked in a sex club. I did not work in a sex club. I am not lying. Where did you get this out from? So you rather believe them. So 1037.
And then ghosting.
Told you the truth. This people want me no good. I don't know who have talked to, but it's a lie. I've been only slept with 4 men in my life, and you're one of them.
For 20 minutes.
I have never lied to you. You said it yourself that people will try to destroy us and break us apart. Okay, I've heard things too, but I choose to believe you and not them. Andrew, answer me, please, and tell me if this is a joke. I really don't want you to believe.
Real messages though. Like,
This is him.
how is it? How?
What do you mean? This is Andrew Tate. What are you talking about?
Like what evidence is there? This could be like.
This is all from the evidence from from the stuff that they compiled and they pushed out. Why would they push? Ask yourself, why would they push this out if they don't believe that they don't have strong enough evidence to do it?
If all the evidence is so blatant online, why is he free now?
What do you mean? Why is he free?
Well, this is pretty concrete evidence, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that if you had to ask me, right? If you lie to women and say, hey, I want you to come out here and, fly out, I'm going to turn this.
You're talking about the lover boy method, right? What? Yeah.
Is that like a law they recently changed, like just because of that?
So you get a girl to fall in love with you, then you, I don't know the full situation, so she just came over to Romania to work for him? So what's the bad part? He doesn't what? So what's the bad part?
As a choice?
Yeah? As a choice though, right? Well, I don't know about the whipping part, but yeah, I don't know about that. If that is true, then yeah, that's bad. But if that all is true and it's actually coming from Andrew telling the
But then they have a choice. So
well, first of all, we don't. I don't even. I don't know if these messages are even real, um, but I mean, from what I heard, the women were making money as well. A lot of them became millionaires and have a huge online presence on social media. But I don't know. Yeah. He basically played them.
I got this company that's gonna hire you. Base salary $200,000. Yeah.
Panics. He says, started calling her a liar and threatening to kick her out. But the real goal here is for her to agree to never go anywhere without me, not even her hometown. He then shows his messages with her. You are never going back to Timisoara without me. Understand? And she replies, yes, I understand. He then posts more text messages showing how he's broken this girl down, all through lying, I might add. Andrew, please tell me that this is a
Yeah.
joke, because I really don't want to believe that you mean what you're saying. I'm freaking crying alone in a room, and you think I'm not serious? Where am I now, Andrew? Here? Why? Because I am serious. I've left everything and everyone behind. For who? for you. Andrew then writes in the war room, I need her working, not visiting friends in her hometown. So I'm putting nails in that coffin saying my people are talking bad about her. So Andrew Tate is admitting and teaching how he gets a girl to fall in love with him, systematically tears her apart from her family and friends, all for the purpose of bringing her to Romania so she works on webcam for him.
Are you looking for a new fence or gate for your home or property? Type in your address and drop the red.
That is textbook human trafficking according to Romanian law. And if the girls didn't work or didn't pull in enough money after they moved in, the Tates would have Georgiana and Luana, their assistants, beat them. They're being charged as well. These are transcripts from Tate, the Romanian FBI, showing them threaten a girl, saying maybe you're not listening because I'm killing you if we don't make money. Punch yourself in the mouth until I arrive because I'll give you another 10. Andrew Tate would encourage his victims to get breast implants, and if they didn't reach their numbers, he'd make Georgiana pull at the stitches. The prosecution writes, there's no medical documents of the physical violence because the defendants acted cunningly, without leaving traces. For example, from one of the victim's statements, it appears Georgiana, to avoid leaving traces of violence on the body of one of the girls who recently undergone breast implants, would lift her arms to break the operation, after which stated she's not stupid enough to leave traces. To anyone who's still skeptical about the human trafficking charges, I beg to ask, what else would you call this? He'd manipulate the girls into falling in love with him with promises of marriage. I want to know if you're committed, serious about marriage. He'd then divide them from their family and friends through lies. I said somebody in her old town told me she worked in a sex club. I totally made this up. I need her working, not visiting friends from her old town. And then when they got nothing left, they move in with him where he traps them inside the house.
So I end up with all these chicks just stuck in their house, sitting there, bored, completely in love with me. And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out. You stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
Where they would be beaten, tortured by Georgiana and Luana. And he knows what he's doing is wrong. He proudly states in the war room. Another element, since she's moved in, she's been fed, but nothing else. She's broke, can't go home, and she can't leave the house. Man, I almost sound evil. And the worst part is, other members of the chat love it, posting themselves doing the same thing.
This is so true, right? How is he a free man right now?
How are Georgiana and Luana free right now? That's pretty blatant evidence to be locked up for, right?
I don't know if you know how the legal system works, but most of the time, especially if you're gonna add a jury involved, you gotta be 100% on, like 100%. You can't leave anything to chance, because if you leave something to chance, then there's a possibility that.
What do you mean? So you're saying like they need 100% concrete evidence? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
So all those papers for Andrew were concrete evidence? That wasn't enough?
Yeah, I guess not. I guess at the end of the day, you're gonna have to see what happens, right?
What do you mean?
I mean, the reality is that you don't know exactly what's gonna happen. At the end of the day, you don't know if he's gonna get convicted or not. I mean, there's people out in the world right now who have done crimes and not convicted. So there's people who have done crimes, not convicted, haven't done crimes and been convicted. So if you're gonna go and convict somebody as big as that guy, then you're gonna try to make sure all your ducks in a row to make sure you put that dude away. If you know.
So if we're having that kind of standpoint / mentality, then we don't know if anything is true or not. Because he is free right now. If they took 3 months to look for evidence and they're like, all right, we couldn't find nothing, we'll let you go. Why should we believe what this guy on YouTube is saying?
Sorry, so you're saying that they let him go, stating that we couldn't find anything.
Well, if they did, you wouldn't be free.
No, sorry, just to clarify. So they let him go, saying that because we couldn't find anything,
No,
we
I
have
don't know
nothing.
what they said, but I'm just going based off of how he's living. I mean, he's a dangerous man. Why is he out and about in Romania?
So if he's left and gone, right? If they're compiling evidence, it could take as much time as they like to make sure that dude gets convicted if they want to go and do that. Yeah, like isn't that the way you would go approach things anyway as well? Like if you want to make sure you put someone in jail, wouldn't you take all the time you need to make sure you have everything ducks in a row, nothing can false, nothing to slip through the cracks?
Yeah, but
I don't know what Romanian system is like, but
then again, like what you're saying is true. I would have to see 100% concrete evidence, but why would they Why would they hold him 3 months in jail if they couldn't find nothing?
Okay, again, I don't know if you saw the pile of paperwork. They found something, but do they have enough to convict is a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Right? It's like, especially for someone of his caliber, right? I mean, you know?
I don't know. I find it hard to believe that they would want someone like him just roaming around. They're letting him do it.
Why? Why do you find that hard to believe?
I mean, if
he's truly the kingpin behind all those slave sex workers, why would they let him free in Romania, which is a cam website country?
Are you familiar with bail?
For what?
Bail.
What's that?
Bail.
Yeah, bail. Like posting bail.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Third time with something else. Yeah.
There's people who commit murder and they let people have bail. You can pay bail. You can be out free. Right? I don't know if Romania has anything that says you can't do no bail. Right? But I know homies that are in the pen right now and they're still waiting for trial. And it's been 9 years. This is real. That's $150. Do you know how many? I mean, this is America, so it's maybe a little bit different. But do you know how many, how long it takes, or how many people actually go through trial?
No.
It's like less than 3%.
So you're saying less?
Yeah, I'll pull it up real quick.
Trial? They just kind of get their own. They just kind of get judged.
Yeah. It's 0.04%. 0.4%. Excuse me.
0.4% of people get trials.
Yeah.
What is trials?
Like you go to trial, like you have a jury and a judge, and you get to fight your case.
Oh. Okay.
And then the other people are just like judged.
Or they're waiting for trial, or they settle.
Wait, so what does this have to do with the case? Sorry, I just...
Because my point is that, like, there's so many reasons why people will be out. There's so many reasons why it takes so long for things to go through. It takes a lot to be able to convict someone and put someone in jail, especially of someone who has money. So it's just not as simple as just saying, all right, cool, you got a piece of paper saying he did it. You got text messages saying he did it. There's so many ways to fight that. So
you can't even post bail for it.
Agreed, but I don't know how Romanian law is. I don't know how Romanian law is. It's a completely different place, right?
Yeah.
But again, it's the same concept. I mean,
I don't think this is done by Romania, though. Romania's trying to lock them up?
Yeah, who else would? I mean, it's the Romanian court system.
Yeah, because they live in Romania, but...
Yeah, so...
You don't think, like, other... like the USA or UK are behind it, telling them that you gotta lock this guy up. His mouth is too big.
Why would they do that?
Because his message to young people and the control he has over them.
What's wrong with the? There's something wrong with the message to young people? You feel?
I personally don't think. Like,
you don't think so?
Like work out.
You don't think so? Okay, let's see. You don't think so?
But that's just for me. I don't know what else he has said. I just take this is my whole mentality with the whole Tate thing.
Okay.
When I first found out about him, I saw him preaching about working out, eating healthy, and to better yourself. So I take that, and I applied that to my life. I started working out, I started eating healthier. I started being more serious with my business side and stuff. So I took that and applied it to my life, and it helped me. So that is why I kind of thankful for him, because he kind of did change my life like a year ago. So that's just for me though.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to find, like something.
No, I mean I'm just listening. I'm just
I agree too, because when I first started listening to Tate, he has some good messages. I'm not like a hardcore Tate fan, because I think I want to be top G. I don't care about what I'm saying. I'm top G,
Ethical top G.
I'm top G.
He's ethical top G, right?
Tate is good, but he has a good message, and
Like what?
What have you just said?
like he's been through it, where he's been with just him and his brother, just that brotherhood of just going and
The journey.
the journey.
Yeah.
He's been through a journey, and his message for kids that want to get there is all in all good. He has some clips in the past that were, that he regrets. They were out of context. We all say stuff that we regret.
What out of context?
When the cameras are off, you probably said something that you wouldn't want,
Yeah.
You wouldn't want out there, right?
Everybody could be.
Everybody. It's just the cameras were on him. And he wasn't as big as at the time, right? He wasn't as big at the time, so it didn't reach as many people. But now that he's big, he's like, oh, he's not going out there saying stuff like that anymore. Because he knows his influence.
Yeah, but you literally have clips of his, like him saying it, like how he does it. He has courses on how he
but then again,
lover boys women.
Too. He's trying to make money too, so he might be over exaggerating in those clips. Like, oh, I'm about to, I'm going to buy this course. This guy, he knows what he's talking about. How many kids out there do you think is actually pulling that off?
Not pulling it off.
They're
But
not.
do you think they're attempting it?
They're not.
Do you think
They're not even? They probably wouldn't even be able to attempt it. Most people, most kids, most. Yeah.
But I think you are. Who do you want to be your hero? Right? Like who do you want to be? Do you want it to be?
Do you think them seeing Andrew Tate as their hero is a bad thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think there are some poor qualities. I think there's some great qualities of Andrew Tate. Working out.
So let me ask you this question then.
Please.
Who would you rather your son's hero be? Andrew Tate or Lil Nas X?
No, me neither. If you had to choose Andrew Tate.
Who's your hero?
David Goggins.
David Goggins. Okay.
Tell me the difference between David Goggins and Andrew Tate. Let's say Joe Biden. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I think the difference is that Tate and Goggins kind of preach about the same thing. I mean, I don't know about Goggins that much, but doesn't he preach about working out? Like, it seems pretty intense, right?
Mind over body, per se.
Yeah, so I think the difference is...
What up, love? Who's that? Becky? Yo, Becky.
What's up?
Hi.
What's up, love? How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Amazing. Come do a breakdown?
Huh?
Come do a breakdown?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get excited. You want me to do it? You want to? Yeah, you want to chill with us? You want to come out? You want us to come out there?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Great. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Bet. I'll keep you entertained, friend. Mad entertained. I got the Sneeko clip. You guys remember Sneeko?
I want to see that. I want to see this.
I have a Sneeko clip that I'm really curious about your opinions on too. So hey, he told me you're really good with audio. He said you can probably help me figure out why this thing keeps echoing so much. Like, I don't know why it echoes so much.
This is a long time. I streamed when I was 14 back in 2018. So.
Oh, there's a beeping sound too? How bad is it, Sarah? Oh, they're both low? Oh, shoot. They're not telling me. They're not reading chat for me, so I can't tell. They're not helping me out. I'm just kidding. All right, let's just swap it over here. Oh, that's Gucci. See, I didn't even know you were about that life, Sarah. There's a little beeping sound. I think it comes from just this small mic. Is it that noticeable? Their mic needs to be louder, though. All right, cool.
Should I check it?
Oh, check what?
The volume? Just record it from test cam.
I can push both of them up though if I need to. I have some room to try to make this a little bit louder. But you don't hear an echo at all, right, Sarah?
No echo anymore.
Okay, so it's just on our heads. I don't know how to fix this, but that's life. But interesting enough. All right.
Just record it from test cam, so later when we edit, we can just combine it together.
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to record it on the system.
Oh, so you didn't record it?
Oh, I could press the button now. Shoot.
Yeah.
Boop. There it is.
And then record it from test cam too.
Oh no, I recorded it from the OBS, but now I'm pressing the task cam.
Yeah.
I think that's what's coming with the echo, though. Honestly.
The mic.
Yeah, I think it's gonna show up an echo from where it's going on here. You can hear her too, right?
With your voice?
No, can you hear her?
I can hear her.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, cool. She's talking through Discord.
Oh, I thought she was here.
Yeah, she's talking through Discord. Yeah, you gotta hop on our Discord too, man. We play games and stuff too. You a gamer at all?
No, I stopped. But I was very good at games.
What do you do now, man?
What do you mean?
Like, what are you up to?
Life-wise or business-wise?
Oh, either or. Yeah, either or.
I mean, it's pretty much just business at this point. I'm young, so I need to like hurry up. It's pretty much all it is for me.
Copy that. I see that.
Yeah, I mean, what question like?
How's business?
It's all right. I mean, you know what Amazon is e-commerce.
Of course.
Yeah, so I used to sell Amazon FBA.
Okay.
From
drop shipping.
Yeah. So I would buy the product. My method would be buying the product online from a certain website.
Right.
Shipping it to my house, packaging it, shipping it to Amazon, and then when Amazon has it, it gets listed up on the Amazon website. People buy it. Amazon ships it. I don't touch the shipping process.
Okay.
So I did that from October to March, and then I got banned from a company who claimed I was selling fakes. I wasn't selling fakes, so from March I stopped selling on Amazon, and I took like a 4-month break, did other stuff for money, and then just a week ago they reactivated my account, so I'm going to continue selling on Amazon, but not with the method that I used prior. So instead of buying products online,
You're gonna manufacture yourself?
I could do that, but no, just wholesale. So instead of buying from online, I would buy straight from the distributor for a discounted price. So that's what I'm planning.
What's your website? What's your product? What's your niche?
So it's not a website. I'm not selling anything that's under my brand. I didn't create nothing.
You're not branding?
No, I'm making money off big names. So I can give you.
You can redirect branding, all right? Like that's what some people do as well. They have like a website that they use, like affiliate marketing almost in a way too. You can still do FBA Amazon, but it's a little bit of a different approach. But I'm just curious. I was curious to see if that's like an approach you do as well. I don't know if like you go that way or not.
I think you're talking about private labels. So it'd be, I don't know if this is what you're saying because I'm not familiar with what you're saying, but let's just say you buy a product from China, and then you tell the Chinese manufacturer, I want to slap my logo on it, and then you can create your own website, and everything's yours. Is that what you're saying?
Close, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. So what's the niche or?
Beauty products. That's what I'm familiar with. Kind of, I use them on the daily, so I mean, it's something I'm familiar with, and I know the market pretty well. So, yeah.
All right. Okay.
What about you?
I'm a peddler. I just sell stuff out of my trunk.
Really?
No, seriously. Yeah, I just sell stuff out of my trunk. That's what I do. Right, Sarah?
That's not what Amarian told me.
Just professional peddling.
Success
Yeah.
doesn't have to mean
Door-to-door, successful peddling. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Selling stuff. No, honestly, I've been spending a lot of my my time training and mentoring others. I'm in the people development business. So I develop individuals for clients and I expand offices for them. It looks like I'm a peddler, but in my grand scheme of things is to sell, essentially. Yeah, it's to sell my services on developing and training and mentoring others, and then getting them into leadership and managerial positions as soon as 3 months from hire. And then I expand offices for them. I'll I'll invest. I'm like an angel investor. Actually, that's a really good example. I'm an angel investor. You show me that you have good work. You show me that you have good effort, good work ethic. You have a good attitude. You're a good student. You can pick up some skills, learn basic marketing, direct marketing work, and then I'll invest into you in opening up a business. And if the business goes well, then my client is gonna give me bonuses from that office that we are going to develop.
So what type of business?
Anything.
Anything?
Home Depot. I worked with Home Depot as a client. I work with makeup as a client. I work with Vivint as a client. Security as a client. Solar as a client. Cell phone as a client. There's a lot of clients that I have. Well, used to or could have.
When you said you mentor, right? Is that what you said you mentor?
Yeah, sure. That's more of my role now.
Okay, so how do you teach? Let's just say let's use Martin as an example.
Sure.
When he wanted to work with you,
right?
How did you start the whole process off with him?
Well, yeah, you do interviews.
Interviews.
You show him how to market, how to do direct marketing, how to go to business or door to door or events or retail, how to essentially take products and services and stuff that my clients have and be able to sell it directly to a consumer. And if that goes well, there's different clients. There's like B2B, there's B2C, there's different ways to peddle, just depending on what it entails. So right now we're a B2C, so we do event side. We then teach my reps how to do that. Just basic, nothing crazy. Can they have good conversational skills?
All in person though, right?
Everything's face to face.
Okay.
Yeah, we're a face to face marketing firm. Yeah. And if it goes well, if they're really good at interacting with others, and it's pretty good, and I'm like, great. Well, let's see if you can train, like what I did for you, train and develop.
Yeah, so it's like a domino kind of.
Yeah, just like any company, right? Like Walmart, they hire first the cashier, they teach the cashier how to do it. Then like, great, now we're gonna have you lead the other cashiers. Oh, you can lead cashiers. All right, now we're gonna have you supervise cashiers. Or you can supervise cashiers. All right, we're gonna have you manage the store. Okay, how's the store? Front end. Okay, learn back end. All right, learn general. You do a general manager. Okay, let's try to see if you can do, regional manager. You want to do regional manager? All right, cool. Let's see if you can go. It's just the same concept. Yeah. Why do you ask?
I was actually talking to Martin, but I was asking him a lot of questions because I was actually interested in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at one point I was, but it's an interesting business model to me because literally all I've done is e-commerce my whole life, so I don't really know too much other types of business models. So it's interesting to hear like with the backpacks, right?
Right.
Yeah, so he told me about that. So yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah,
my client's really awesome. I got really lucky with this client, to be frank with you.
So when you say client, what do you mean by that? Like the person who gives you the backpacks?
The person I represent, right? There's a there's a client that I there's a client that I represent. There's a client that I'm supposed to be interacting with and talking to on a daily basis, and my focus is to see who could be who would be a good client for my people, right? Like, okay, think of it this way, right? Like imagine being Facebook, right? Why would someone put an ad on Facebook when they could put an ad on Instagram, right? The reason they do it is because of the amount of people that they have, And so, like, if I can convince someone to give me a really good deal, right, for my employees, like really good commission for the products that we sell, I'll handle everything. I'll pay for the employees. I'll pay for the recruiting. I'll pay for the training. I'll pay for the mentoring. I'll pay for all of it. I'll even pay for them to open up and start their own, right? All I ask is give me a really good, let my employees be really wealthy from it. Let them gain a lot of wealth and let them grow and let them scale. And so we get opportunities that they want to give to their employees. It's kind of jacked up, to be honest with you. Because like I said, we work with us, like one of our clients was Sprint. Sprint employees hated us because we Sprint, you're kind of stuck, right? You have a retail location. You have to stick in that retail location. You're stuck in that retail location. But for us, we can go anywhere in the world. We can talk to people directly in their homes. We can go walk into like a mall, sell stuff on our cell phone. Anytime, anywhere, any day, any second, we can do it.
Sprint, they had you at the Sprint store?
No, God, no. No. Business to business, door to door, events, retail. We would talk to anyone. Yeah.
That's interesting. And how do you like it?
I like it. I think one of the things is that it's great for lower class and middle class people. It's even pretty good for upper class people. It teaches you about the world.
Green for the gaming.
Oh shoot, you want to play?
No.
You trying to go in?
Be shown.
I can't hear you.
That folder. The folder doesn't need to be shown.
What folder?
It looks just so distracted. Just make it as a full screen.
Okay, I can't. There's no way to make this full screen. Hey, let me see. Let me see if I can.
Or you can hide the folders.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I can like hide the settings. Here, I'll just get. I guess we just move it. See, I don't put stuff on my web browser. I think you do that, right?
Just click the right click on the web, like the new screen.
Yeah, I did.
Graham Stephan.
Oh yeah, I wanted to show him this. I was curious of what he thought.
Oh, duh. Okay, I think I'll play it. And then,
Okay, I think this is it. All right, I want to see what you guys think about this.
The Kit Creator page, so you can see the text message.
Alright, bet.
The first time running it by himself.
Bet.
A lot of struggle though.
Hey, struggle is good. Struggle is real. Alright. I have too many screens up. I think that's the thing. But anyway, alright. I'm going to play this for you guys. I'm curious what you think if his drop shipping is similar to yours. I don't know if it works the same, but I'm curious to see if that's like the same dynamic or anything like that. So
I couldn't hear the video.
That was a crazy summer.
How do you pick e-commerce?
I did a bunch of research on different business models, right? Like I looked at marketing agency, I looked at like actual physical labor businesses like car detailing, but e-commerce stuck out to me because I knew how to edit videos, I knew how to make websites, I had learned about marketing from flipping the shoes and from promoting the event. So I was like, I could do this business. And I kept seeing people that were like 20 years old or like 18 years old that were actually making money from this. Like, I was talking with them and I was saying, okay, if these guys can do it, I know I can make this happen too. So I just picked that path, and I didn't have a plan B, and I just put all of my money into this thing. I ran out of the $2,000 very quickly from trying to learn how to run Facebook ads. It goes away quick.
It's expensive.
Yeah, it goes away quick. So then I just started scraping up money any way I could. I sold all the stuff I had, ran out of that money, but I was making progress, right? I would get like $100 a day in sales, $200 a day in sales. And then there was one day where I had $500 a day in sales. And I was like, this is the business. I remember showing my mom. She didn't believe me. She thought it was like some fake thing or something like that. So I had a problem now. With Stripe and with Shopify, maybe you guys are familiar, but they like hold your money. And I didn't have any money to continue running this business because they were holding like 40%.
Is that true? Is that how it works?
I don't know about Shopify or Stripe, but PayPal, never leave your money in there.
Really?
Yeah, they don't even need a reason to hold your money or close your account. They can take it. It's very dangerous to leave your money in PayPal.
Why?
If there's large sums of money, doesn't even need to be large, to be honest. It can be like 20,000 that you have just sitting in there for no reason. Maybe you're running through your online business through it, and the customers send the money to the PayPal account. PayPal can just be like, you know what, this is suspicious. We want to see this info. We want to see that info. You give them it. Even if you give it to them, let's just say they want receipts, they can still shut it down.
Oh, okay.
They don't really need a reason at all. Yeah.
Yo, that sucks.
Yes, it does.
So why don't you use your Shopify
So I think we didn't listen to it fully, but from what I've heard, it sounds like he was getting products from China, slapping his logo on there. Then obviously no one knows the products, right, in his brand name, so he has to make ads or buy ads, put them on Facebook. Then people start seeing his logo name. They're like, okay, let's just say this is let's just say he's selling like teddy bears. It's like, all right, well, people are seeing the teddy bear ads on Facebook, they're gonna start buying it. But that's different because that's all he owns. All that, he owns the logo, he owns the website, the Shopify website. He owns that. I don't. The only thing I own is the product. I sell the product on the Amazon website. So I don't own the website. All I do is own the product.
But why don't you do that way?
Like own the website?
Yeah.
You could do that, but why not use the biggest marketplace in the world right now and use it to your advantage? Everybody buys stuff on Amazon. Compared to the amount of people that buy off of individual websites, it's not even comparable.
Okay, so the issue is that why create a website when you can utilize other websites that have better traffic flow?
Yeah. So
how much do you lose from an Amazon sale?
That's
is it minuscule?
Kind of giving out the sauce right here, but that's the beauty of Amazon is that you don't need to invest a lot of money. You don't need to create a website. You don't need to create the ads. The only thing you need to do is.
Hey, what's up, Kai? Hey, I saw you with the hotline, dude. I saw you, dude.
You sit down?
Yeah, free. Yeah, you introduce yourself, man.
Jason, I'm Kai. Nice to meet you. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
What are y'all talking about?
We were talking about drop shipping, and we were talking about Andrew Tate. I don't know if we want to go back to that topic, though.
Is it on? How do I? Do I?
Oh, yeah, no, you're fine.
Hello? You can hear me.
Hello?
You gotta get closer.
Hello?
Turn your
He should be on. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I turned you on the wrong one.
Hello?
All right, my bad, G. Okay, so you're saying, so you take products, right? Put them on Amazon. I thought Amazon doesn't really have advertising like that. They don't advertise products. Is that untrue?
Well, what do you mean by that? Amazon doesn't really have ads.
What do you mean?
Wait, what's your exact question?
So you're saying that like you said, why would I go into any other website when I can put myself on Amazon? It's gonna be the best website to sell your products on, as just that they advertise your products. So they're not like this is the next hottest product. Buy this stuff. Are they doing that or no?
No, so I can give you an example. So let's just say, let's use beauty products as an example. Okay, let's just say I'm selling a lotion, and I claim that it's a miracle lotion, and that it solves all acne. So I'm like, okay, everybody use this lotion. This is the Facebook way that the guy's talking about. I'm gonna start creating ads on Facebook, paying thousands, trying to promote it and claim that it's legit. And I gotta make my own website, keep that running, keep it looking nice and stuff. And on top of that, the finances and stuff, that's a whole nother mess. Or I can go the Amazon way. I already got the lotion, right? And I claim that it's legit and stuff. I can put it on Amazon, and I think the ad pricing is a lot cheaper than what it probably is on Facebook. But if someone searches on the Amazon search bar, lotion, your lotion's gonna pop up, and that's all there really is to it. And also,
but how are you putting your stuff on there? Like, how do you say that like yours is gonna be the lotion that's being pulled up? Like, how are you advertising your lotions over someone else's?
So you're saying like when the first product that comes up, is that what you're saying?
Yeah. How do you?
Yeah. So there's algorithms for that. I mean, if it catches a trend, like.
Are you like influencer marketing here, or?
Social media. I mean, that's one way to do it, but that's not even what I do. Like, I don't know too much about that because that's private label. You're creating that lotion.
You're just selling someone else's.
I do that, yeah.
So are you cutting deals with them?
Huh?
Are you cutting deals with them? Like, are you like saying, if you let me, if I like I do with my clients, right? Do you get like a special hookup or anything?
That's the name of the game. The person who can get the cheapest price wins.
Right. So you are connected. You are hitting up these brands beforehand. Okay. Interesting. All right. Say less. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What's up, Kai? How was your day, man? I need to hear your positives and goals, bro.
My day was good. My day was good nonetheless. My positive, my main positive, I'm still scaling up. I'm still scaling up my production, going up, and I'm glad that I really trusted LOAs today. My pitch was very consistent, not gonna hold you. So I was just glad that the LOA paid out. You know, I trusted it. I even said it all the way back at Java.
Yeah.
But I went to 24, and then it still played out. I was actually surprised, cause I assumed that it cuts consistency, but my pitch was consistent, so play it out.
Yeah, I think that just got from the whole weekend. I know it just went down. Usually you don't want to do that. You want to gumball there yet.
Yeah.
With all your
just like why not? You know what I'm saying?
How old are you?
Me, I'm 18.
Oh.
How are you?
I'm 19.
19. Okay. Same as.
We're all young.
Yep.
Under 20. Oh. No, I'm saying this.
I know. I was saying.
He's catching some slights over there. He's like, yo.
I'm an old man over here, my friends. Old man.
Yes, that's positive.
What's the goals, fam?
What is that? Oh yeah. My first one was be in the chats, cause tomorrow I'm off. So my days off, I don't really be in it, but tomorrow I really want to support the people that's out there working tomorrow. Gotta do that. And then oh wait, no, that's my goal. Oh god, I messed it up. Alright. Anyways, I said my goals for my positive, like meeting up with Danny, and then me and Tate asking to switch around.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna just say my two other positives. My second one was that I'm getting like, what does that say? Oh, this job is feeling like more like less and less work, you know? Like on the field, I'm having more fun.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I'm having more fun on the field. And
Just start playing with
it's more like, yeah.
I need you to start the week the way you're ending this week.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
You need to ride this momentum here, friend. Cause like you're too good to, you know what I mean? You're so, dude. Last night's podcast, I was like thinking about it. It's just like, man, the things you were saying, it's interesting. So I'm just like, I can't believe it. Anyway, but all right, I'm gonna move it.
Yeah, it's feeling like less and less work. I'm really glad for that. Like I'm really oversimplifying things, and it feels good. Feels good, you know. And then my last one was night at Mo. Actually, cool place to just come after work and kick it. You know, not a lot of people I can talk to, so it's cool to just say what's on my mind. Yeah. Just speak about it.
All right, guys. All right, so I got some deep questions for you. I was waiting for us to get to the full show, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we didn't get to finish from last night, so we get to go into
today.
today.
Gio, I want you to answer.
Oh no,
at
no
least,
shot.
At least,
Oh, yeah,
at least
shot.
two of your
Gio,
questions
no.
that you got for us.
No shot.
At least two of them.
No shot, man. All right, so we have this thing that we do, okay? You ready? Jason, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I got it. All right, so it's called Deep Questions. All right, so I'm curious to see how you're gonna think about it. All right, so here we go. So all right, so. Oh, what's up, Becky? Yes, love. Yes, come through. Yeah, he's just come through.
Okay.
Everybody give a hand clap to Becky. Hand clap to Becky. She the OG. She smashed it today.
Let me get this stuff out of my car.
Okay, bet. Can anyone help her out real quick? Do you mind? Thank you. Yeah, we gotta help. You know what I'm saying? We can't let the young lady bring that stuff up here. So.
Was she also turning herself to it?
Yes. No, what did she hit?
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double two man.
Yeah.
All right,
We'll
cool.
make it
All right, so
faster.
then we're gonna catch up then, because I already asked them three of the questions. So I'm gonna ask you, Jason. I'm curious what you think. All right. So how do you feel about your legal name? Do you think it fits you?
First or last name?
First or last name?
Yeah.
Both.
My first name, I think it fits me. I mean, I don't know too much Jasons, to be honest. I've actually never been friends with a Jason. Never, so I think it fits me because I'm a little bit different. So, I mean, I think we all here are a little bit different. Would you agree?
Sure.
Yeah, so my last name, I mean, it's not that it fits me, but I do like it because I had a different last name when I was younger, but now I have the last name that I think I want. So yeah.
What is your last name?
Rubalcaba.
Ooh, what does that mean?
I don't know. You say a little different in Spanish, but yeah, it's just Rubalcaba.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Are you Spaniard?
I don't think so. I mean, I know I got something else in me, but I don't.
We don't know yet, right?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Okay. If you could say something to your 16-year-old self, what would it be?
That's a good question. I think it would be to. There's multiple things I would say, but I think the most important one would be just to be more healthy and to be more active, because that was when I was 16. That's kind of when COVID was prime.
Oh yeah.
So, as a teenager, you know, you kind of want to be more active. COVID hit. There's no sports. There's just video games and staying inside the house. So, I would say, you know, eat more healthy, go to the gym, because it's pretty depressing. Well, at least for me it was, because I was just playing video games a lot of the time.
Right.
Not eating right. Like, it was just not good. But I mean, at the same time, I was, you know, Fortnite is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I took that very seriously when I was 15 and a half, and I started competing and winning some money. And then when I was 16, I mean, I wasn't as good, but I kept playing it a lot, doing the same things. So I don't know what the definition is for insane, but I believe it's when you do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Yeah.
So I think I was going a little bit insane, playing the game for so long during COVID, doing the same things, and then I wasn't improving, and I kept that cycle going on for a couple of months, and it was destroying me. So I think it'd be to not go insane, and if something doesn't work, switch it up.
Are you were you building or were you doing no build?
In Fortnite?
Yeah.
It was only building. It was a long time ago.
Oh, so you were like actually pretty decent?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I gotta download Fortnite.
I'm
You
a
good on
Fortnite
PC?
connoisseur. What are we talking about?
PC player or you
It
control?
was PC.
Oh, get excited.
Keyboard and mouse.
Alright, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna play a Fortnite match.
Very good at any game. Any game I touch, I'm very good.
Oh, you talking
Rocket League?
I like
Except,
it.
Rocket League?
I think except
No.
sports games, nah. But yeah, mostly
I never played sports games with you.
Yeah. No,
All I played was Fortnite, to be honest. That's all I ever played.
Hello.
I think,
I'm done. So
Alright.
I'm gonna head on home to my hubby.
Oh, spend time with
very
him.
nice.
And say hello to us for her.
Tell him I said
Yeah,
hey.
say hello.
She said she's leaving?
Yeah, she gonna head out. I'm gonna fix this microphone. I don't know what happened, but it's got caught under it or something.
Nah, yeah, but that's very true. Even when I would force you to play Valorant with me and my little brother, bro.
COD too. I forgot about that.
COD.
But you weren't playing with us, but me and Brian. I was.
What,
always,
Modern Warfare?
No, World War in 8th grade.
Oh no, we would play that in 8th grade. I would play it too, but I would be so try. I would leave the game. I would go I was in like -30, cause like the lobbies they would put me in was so hard. Like, and I wasn't that good. I just like playing Call of Duty Zombies. That's it. I was a zombies player.
Yeah, you were good. You were better than anybody.
Zombies, yeah, I was pretty good at zombies.
Modern Warfare or what were we?
Black Ops.
Black Ops.
Black Ops 3.
I like Black Ops for the ballistic knife.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's my shit.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 Zombies though, that was my thing.
Horizon Track.
You run around.
Horizon Track.
I did a lot.
That's a good Easter egg right there. That was fun.
All right. Wait, one more before you come back. Okay. What is your favorite color?
It's teal.
Teal. Okay, you gotta pull up the teal one. Then. You gotta change it up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just spin the wheel on the very bottom.
What was this?
Bottom right. Yeah, spin that. That wheel right there. Just spin it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Just keep cycling it. Get to your color, man.
This is pretty cool.
What is it? Teal.
Yeah, it's a specific kind though. That's good.
All right, everybody see this? I know it's gonna be hard to see it on the camera. This
Yeah.
is his favorite color. All right, Jason.
Yep.
If you had to explain the color, your favorite color, to your child who's blind, how would you explain it?
I think explaining any color to a blind child is
No,
hard.
how would you explain your favorite color to your blind child? Teal.
And they're blind from the start.
Yeah.
That's hard. Cause I want to say it's if you ever gone to a nice beach and the water at a certain time. Kind of looks like that with the sand. If you ever, I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii.
You're explaining to your child. Yeah.
Oh, I
How would you
forgot
explain
about
this?
Okay.
What's up, bro? Shout outs to Song.
Wait, who's that?
Songita.
Oh, what's up, bros?
What's up, bros?
It's good.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't know. That's too hard. If he's blind, I mean.
Okay.
That's a hard question. I don't.
Okay. All right. This next one is easy though. If love was a person, what would you do to it? What would you say to it? What would it look like? If you could let everything go.
That's deep.
So, if love was a person, so it'd be a person that I love. If you reverse it a little bit, right?
Oh, I'm good, brody. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I don't. If love was a person, a human, right?
If love was a person, what would it look like?
What would it look like?
What would you say to it? If you could let everything out on it.
Having a hard time understanding the question, but it's
That's very deep.
I mean, thanks for being around. Thanks for existing. I mean, I think it'd be much easier to say if it was a human, but if it's just a being, I don't know what it is. Then I mean, yeah, thanks for existing. I mean, you're pretty cool. I think you're the thing that keeps people going in life.
Keeps you going.
Love. I mean, yeah. If there was, I think love is the whole. Yeah, for me, it keeps me going. I think it keeps a lot of people going.
We're just talking about you. This is just, I'm just curious. What you think?
Because I mean, you can say money, but if you got all the money in the world and you got no love, you got a sad life.
Damn.
So.
Very true.
Sheesh. All right, guys. Who's up? Who wants a question? We're in level 3. We're about to get into the real life soon.
Level 3 question.
Level 3.
I'll go first.
You want to go?
Yeah.
All right, bet. Omarion.
Yeah.
How do you know who you are? How do you know if your thoughts are your own or not someone else's?
You see, honestly, that's something that, as me turning into becoming a man, that's what's always been on my mind. Like, how do I know who am I? You know, if someone said, Omarion, who are you? How would I respond? And I truly don't know that answer yet. I don't think I could yet. I think I'm still building. But I can say that I used to have a different view on the world. How things should go. We should help everyone. You know, as a kid, I think every kid has that, like a very left viewpoint of the world. And now as you hear different opinions and you hear different things, you start to form your own opinion. Like it changes your thoughts, but you're like, are they really my thoughts? It's kind of hard to. So you're kind of just seeing what makes sense to you. That's kind of where I am. Still trying to figure out what makes sense to me. I know some of the core things that I stand by, but it's still in a matter of that process, trying to figure out what makes sense to me and what I'm willing to stand for, no matter who tries to challenge me on that.
Jason, who wants to take it? You want to repeat it? Or any thoughts on what he said? Because he dropped a lot of that was good.
Honestly, do you really not know who you are?
To an extent.
To an extent?
Yeah.
What's keeping you from not
guess I can't put it into words. Maybe I haven't really thought about it. Maybe it's something I need more time to. I know certain parts of me, but like I don't know the full. Like you gotta experience everything.
Yeah,
I know how I am when certain situations happen, like but not all situations. I don't know how it would go, through a heartbreak or losing a loved one or losing a family member. I've never experienced that really. A close family member. Well, one time I experienced that, but not really, not too close. Like I never experienced losing a close family member that I was with every day. We were like this. I never had a heartbreak where I was just in love with someone and they left. So how do I really know who I am?
Do you feel like you only can know yourself when you're in, when trials come, like when a problem hits, a situation arises,
100%.
Like it's hard. Is that the only time you feel like it's the best time ever?
100%.
I think he's also saying like just experiencing life. It doesn't mean like a bear. It's essentially just like things that that he hasn't experienced yet.
That's the only way to know who you are.
Yeah, I think so, because you never know who someone is until they don't get what they want, until things go wrong for them. Like I could go and give this bum on the street $5 every day, and the day I don't give him $5 and he attacks me, that's who he is. He's not grateful for anything.
But wasn't he also the person who took the $5 too?
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But when things go wrong, when he doesn't get what he wants, he's in an outburst. I'm like, hey, I could give you the $5 tomorrow. Like, what? You don't have $5 for me today? Like, but every other day he's cool.
It's interesting.
He's a person that I guess he doesn't know himself. That's who he is.
That's interesting.
He does, when things go wrong, and when things don't go his way, it's done. Some people are like that.
True. What do you think, Kai?
Me, I feel like just to
how do you know who you are? How do you know if your thoughts are your own and not someone else's? How do you know?
So me, as of right now, I do feel like I know who I am, and I didn't like only up until really like a year ago, to be honest. And the thing is, I tried to like be kind of like other people that knew themselves, and I feel like the only way I found myself was to be myself, but I didn't know who myself was. So let me kind of get into how I did that. So basically, all you have to do is do what feels comfortable. Say what you like feel off of your mind, right?
Right.
And whatever is consistent day to day, that's who you are.
You know what, Kai?
That makes sense.
I kind of disagree with that. Do what you feel is comfortable. Because I feel like you could find yourself in some uncomfortable things. Like coming here, doing sales. Like I was not comfortable with talking to people. Sometimes I'm still not comfortable talking to people, but I gotta do it every day. It's my job. but you I think that I think you just gotta experience life. You gotta try it. You gotta go for it.
Let me elaborate better. So, meaning do what feels comfortable with like your characteristics. That makes sense. So me, what I feel comfortable with is making people laugh at like in awkward situations. That's something that I often do, and now it's like me because it's consistent. That makes sense. like the thing that's consistent about me, no matter where I'm at, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna be real. You know, I always seen life as like I said yesterday, like not like a real thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like always real because nothing is really life or death to me. You know. So I'm just always like, just keep it real. Cause what's the point of like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I cannot articulate what I'm trying to say. Right
No,
now.
I think you explained it well. You want to
just whatever.
You have any comments?
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, sure. So, how do you know who you are? How do you know if your thoughts are your own and not someone else's? How do you know?
Okay, I'll talk about the thoughts. So the thoughts / opinions. Some of them are my own. Some of them are not. I feel like everybody's thoughts and opinions are influenced by somebody else, whether it's what they see on social media, or by family, or the other 50%, which is experiences. So the thoughts of mine, so they're made by my experiences throughout life, my trials and stuff. But the other half of it are what I see on social media, who the algorithm feeds me. So I'm very specific on what type of stuff I like on social media, because I know how it works. So I'll like certain stuff just so they can keep feeding me that, because I know it helps me in real life. So, and I want to have those type of thoughts, or I kind of agree with them. So I'm like, I like that. You can keep feeding it to me. In terms of who I am, yeah, I mean, I've always kind of known who I am. I mean, he's known me for the longest, so I think he could say that I never really changed, have I? I've always kind of said
yes and no. Like core, like person who no, never changed. Never.
I think I've always said some out of pocket stuff at out of pocket times. I've always done just generally more quiet, but if you do get to know me, I say what I think in my head. So yeah, I know who I am. Yeah.
I think that's like what you said about the influence part. Your thoughts are around, what did you say, 50% influenced by other people, and then 50% like the rest experiences.
Experiences
like
in real life.
So you watch what you like on social media.
Very.
Be careful who you let influence you.
Even if you watch the video for too long, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's huge. A lot of kids nowadays, they let everyone influence them, so they don't know what.
That's why
their heads all over the place.
That's
Like,
why there's so much talk about control over social media and why they want to push certain stuff, because they do know it influences children who are easily they absorb a lot of stuff, and they how do I say it?
Do you feel like that should be regulated?
Regulated like how?
Do you feel like social media, do you feel like content creation should be government regulated?
Like an age limit, for example? That's like a rule that we could put in?
Sure. Yeah, like do you feel like there's content in which
you shouldn't be shown to children?
That shouldn't be allowed to be on platform.
No. And here's why. If I have my own children, I don't care what the government does. You can keep feeding all these messages down people's throats. I don't care. My children will only have what I give them in the beginning. They will be influenced by me. So they're not going to be listening to all these stuff on social media. And why I would say no is because I know the stuff that social media feeds the children / people is not, the government doesn't have your best interests at heart. And this is gonna sound kind of dark, but the stuff that they're feeding you is not the best. And let's just say they kind of want you employed, like they want you to have the mind of an employee, or people who just obey and listen. So we need people like that in the world. So I wouldn't mind the government allowing whatever to be posted on social media. It's like, fine, we need people to do these type of jobs because they're not smart enough or they have no self-discipline. It's like, cool, my kids aren't gonna be like that, but yours can be. I don't care. Everybody can't be perfect. Everybody can't be a winner. So that's what I think. It's a lot, but
I like that.
My thoughts, being 30 now, Jesus, here we go. I think you you can know who you are in terms of like, and know what thoughts are yours and what thoughts are not someone else's. I think at a certain degree, right? I know I like Yu-Gi-Oh, right? But the only reason I know I like Yu-Gi-Oh is because I experienced Yu-Gi-Oh. And by experiencing Yu-Gi-Oh, I made a decision if I like it or don't. There's people who are around Yu-Gi-Oh, you can show them Yu-Gi-Oh every single day, and they wouldn't like it. There's some people around Yu-Gi-Oh and they don't like it, you know? There's same kind of concept when it comes to, like basketball, right? Some people really like the sport, some people are not really that much into it. It could be cultural, could be genetics, could be a lot of different things. But I think what differentiates from knowing that your thoughts are your own versus someone else, I think it really stems from experiences. What do you experience? If I'm in the wilderness, in the Amazon, I never met a human soul. Someone can influence me. The only thing that can influence me is myself. But that someone is a someone. Myself is influencing myself.
Yeah.
My experiences of in meeting this gorilla, right, or meeting this cheetah,
Yeah.
or like, you know, if I'm Tarzan here, it's gonna influence the thoughts that I have, right? So like, my mind is not of my own, right? It's of the experiences of the environment that I'm put in that morphs and shapes that, right? I think it kind of comes back down to kind of like the survival instincts that's within you. So it kind of gives you a sense of feeling like, yo, it's an interesting thought. So, so why did you say that? One of the things I wanted to touch on, you said your worldview changed. You didn't say that before, right? You said you felt very far left, and now you feel like you move more toward the right. What do you mean?
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Which is probably bad.
What? Sorry, question. What is like? What does that mean? Like a left?
Like
politics wise.
Politics
right?
wise, yeah. So like
that's my question as well.
Like far left people will be like, you know, you hear all the stereotypes, blue hair people that like allow abortions anytime when the baby's 3 years old, stuff like that, like extreme views like that, like extreme
3 months.
No, 3 years, bro. They want like 3 years.
Come
Some people be supporting
on,
like
at least be good faith. Like, come on now.
Okay.
Make the argument.
Okay. I mean, yeah, like however long it is, to a certain extent, to where you know it's actually whatever. But just those type of things, you know, that you've probably heard, you know, that you've heard, right?
So you're trying to understand the difference between the left and the right?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, so
I know he said like politics.
So the easiest, this is a super dumbed down way to say it, very 1, 2, 3 type of thing, but let's just say, I feel like I kind of know what side you're on, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Shoot.
The left is more of they allow a lot more types of things. They're not as strict. They're with the new way of thinking. They're like, all right, that's cool, we'll do it, right? You guys are like, open. You're open to new ideas and that stuff that's not normally practiced. Yeah. Is that?
When you say it like that though, that doesn't sound bad at all. Like open to new ideas.
I think he's
in what sense though?
Left is bad.
No,
that's hilarious.
No, I'm not saying it's bad.
No, because you associated openness, right? And he said, well, that sounds like that's good. So like that, there aren't they supposed to be bad?
I think on either spectrum is bad, far right or far left, because you get some crazy like, you know.
There's always extreme things everywhere, but I can give you an example. So the right would typically be, let's just say the 1950s. There was always a husband went to work, wife stayed home with the kids.
Traditional. I get you. So it's
So
okay, I get it.
the left would be like, you know what? Let's put women in the workforce. Let's empower them and stuff. well, that's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but it'd be like kind of breaking the traditional ways and be like, let's allow this new way type of life.
Okay.
So it's like
it changes the
right is
constructs of
Yeah.
society, the way you would frame
Yep.
your society.
That makes sense.
New
The
ways
right
of
is like
thinking.
kind of black and white, kind of traditional.
Yep.
Left is just more like creative outside of the box.
Yeah, I think I don't like the left and right because there's spectrums, you know, the large spectrum. You have like these far right, which we kind of call socialist or communist, right?
Yeah.
They believe in like a top-down government, right? So like government controls the entire facility of society, everything. All means of production goes through this, right? China's a little bit more socialist than they are. They're a communist country, so they have a sense of like everything's owned, everything's operated through this government, right? They manage and operate everything, right? Then you have socialist, which is not the government owns and operates everything. The workers do. The people who are laborers. They run and operate all means of production. They own all. There's no right. Yeah. And then you have progressives, right? Which is a very like social democrats, right? They believe in like that the society should be on the foundation of capitalism, but have social democracy, right? Where it's very like voted on. Everything's voted on.
Yeah.
Everything has like, you know, they say there should be like free healthcare and you know, abortion rights and certain things like that, right? And then you have in the middle, I think it's more liberalism, right? Like you have kind of like on the like it's still left, right? But you have like liberalism, right? So you have a liberal, which is again is kind of what they're saying. They're very open to different ideas and able to adapt and change, right? I'm really maybe jacking up the spectrum here, right? In the middle, you kind of have. I think it would probably be independence, right? They're independent thoughts. They have both left and right type of spears. Yeah. On the next side of that, you have conservatism, right? Very conservative individuals. They just kind of believe that like traditionalists, right? They're not too kind of hyper-religious. They're just kind of like, hey, you know, let me be. On the next side, you have capitalism, right? Where you kind of believe like or corporatism, right? Corporate entities should run the society, right? Or capitalism in a way. Essentially, kind of everything's built off of free markets and that free market structure and it's kind of, you know, goes from there and there. But that's kind of the more economic side. I think I would say corporatism. And then you have libertarianism, right? So like you have this like super society that allows the world to kind of be it's like very constitutionalist. If you know the Constitution at all, okay, jeez. All right, so constitutionalist, liberal, you know, conservative, like that whole kind of libertarianism, where you kind of have like if everyone's there, they're free to be them. They're individuals, just living within the whole means of the world and doing whatever they want to do. And then you kind of have like monarchs, I think would be like that. I mean, liberalism is a little bit actually more in the middle. I think you kind of have monarchs where it would be like hyper religious, like they're like they're gonna cleanse the earth of like all the bad people in the world who don't believe in their religion, and very like it's like kind of a monarchy, like it's very religious based. Kind of that side. There's a lot of things. To far right is a very interesting world. Obviously, we as a country have both, right? You have I think actually you could probably say like the probably a far right, just to kind of be is kind of like what is a Trump supporter? Probably there's a word I'm looking for. No, that's Republican. No, I don't know the exact term, but fascism.
Oh.
Fascism. So fascism is like that's the opposite. That's the opposite. Fascism is definitely on the kind of the far right side right now, at least in terms of. I think Trump's more of a Democrat more than anything. I know it sounds crazy, but
yeah,
absolutely. You think not?
Okay.
I think Trump's a Democrat in every shape and form. Yeah, absolutely. Almost literally.
I'm not too familiar with any of his policies, so I can't even get into
Yeah.
because that's not even. But I was so I can't even. Get
Well, what's
into
wrong with your
the
worldview of a leftist? I'm curious. Where do y'all stay in terms of your spectrum?
I feel like
Where do you
more in
what do you
like
call yourself?
I feel like independent, but leaning more towards the right side of things.
Okay.
Independent, but leaning more towards the right side of things. Because
in terms of what?
I don't want to. Like.
Could we start? Let's start with there. I want to start with one thing you said because
Yeah.
I have a lot of opinions on that. Abortion.
Abortion.
Abortion rights.
Abortion rights.
So what are you in terms of abortion?
Honestly, if I had to choose one or the other, like hands down, like this is the world has to be this way or this way, which I mean it can't really in that sense, abortion sense, it can't really choose. But I would choose, you know.
Look, no, it's okay. There's no, you don't have to be delicate here. It's just like
I would.
Yeah, it's no,
yeah.
no one get fired
You
here.
know
I'm just
what?
talking.
Like yo, I walk into the office tomorrow on fire. Like,
You,
yo.
I mean, no, like, come on. What do you think? What is your thoughts behind it? It's an important conversation. You know, you trying to like you trying to run town with these hoes, so you know, you never know.
I'm definitely like I'm pro-life. If I had a baby, I got to do everything I can do to prevent myself before it gets to that point. If I mess up and make a mistake, then that's my fault.
Okay.
I got to take some accountability there. But also, I think that if a girl was raped, then they should be allowed to get an abortion.
How long? How long?
How long?
How long then?
2 days? 2 years? I don't know.
Probably like what?
8 months?
3, 4 months.
3, 4 months?
3, 4. I don't know when.
Yeah, I
when
think
the
3
actual
months
baby's-
is like when they turn into an embryo.
So like 3 months.
How many days is that?
90 days.
How many weeks is it?
Like 12 weeks.
Okay.
12, 13 weeks.
Okay.
Just talking about.
You don't think so okay, that's interesting. So you're not gonna force them to have a baby.
Yeah, I wouldn't force them to have a baby.
Okay. Pro life outside of rape.
Yeah.
That's the only scenario.
Because that's literally someone took advantage of them.
Yeah.
But the other way around, it's just like you made a dump. Like
yeah,
that's your fault. That's your impulses. That's your, that's your doing for not taking the right procedures. Yeah. So that's where I kind of stand. If it's if you could be held accountable for it, like it's not out of your control, because at that point that's out of a girl's control, lady's control, if they're been taken advantage of. So it's not fair to them, I don't think.
What if you're 15? You haven't had sex education. But you want to have sex.
I think that, it's like you're up at that point. You're up for your parents.
But if you're 15, you can't work in this society. You're not allowed to work. So
you should talk. You should have those talks. If you're, your parents should have those talks with you. If you're coming around that age,
kids can have.
You're coming around that age where you could
14.
have a kid, where you could where you have the responsibility to bring a whole life into that world. Your parents should be telling you.
So you're considered an adult.
That's the parents.
No, you're not considered an adult, but you have the ability to bring a kid into the world.
What if you're in a foster system?
Girl, boy, man,
What if you're in a foster system?
Foster system?
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible, but yeah, you should be the system should educate you on that, because they don't want the cycle to repeat, right? What happens if that foster kid has a baby?
Well, you're saying shoulda, coulda, woulda. I'm saying what if, right? 14, 15-year-old girl has consensual sex with another 14, 15-year-old boy. They didn't know what happens. They just said, I have a thingy, you have a thingy, let's see how it goes. That thingy ended up doing a different thingy. What were you saying now?
Don't they have parents to watch them? Foster parent? Like what? What's going on?
Parents.
I mean, they would. I guess they would. I mean, I would say they have the baby. They have the kid. If going by my, by my standpoint, they have the kid.
So what if they don't?
What if they don't?
What's the law?
See, that's the thing though. Like I don't care what other people do.
All right.
I don't care if you have an abortion or not.
Oh, okay.
I just care that if
so it's personal. It's not like a law though.
Exactly. It's
personal.
personal.
Okay. So the law is like you can have abortion until you're like 2 years old.
That's other people's choices. You could go and shoot up heroin. I wouldn't care. That's not my body. You could eat 4 pizzas a day. I wouldn't care. That's not my body. But now you try to feed my kid 4 pizzas a day. You try to feed me 4 pizzas a day. Try to give me McDonald's every day. Now that's different. Now, and it's my fault if a girl that I'm with and I'm like and I'm in love and she has a baby or she's pregnant and she's like, I want to get an abortion, then obviously I would consider that my fault. Because
what about
we should have
what if you have because you know how it works, right? Like it doesn't take a lot for sperm and egg to simulate, right? So like let's say next day
Plan B.
Is that abortion?
No, I don't believe so.
That's not an abortion.
I guess we gotta define what is an abortion to you.
That's an abortion when you use anything to stop if it's an egg.
So even
and a
birth
sperm.
control?
No, because that's preventing the sperm from, right? It's I think it's called a contraception, but it's abortion is like Plan B is like when it doesn't matter. It's forcing the egg out. It's like forcing whatever. It doesn't matter if you're pregnant or not.
Wow.
It's GG.
I guess then now
Double homicide.
Now I know by my morals and values that I can't use a Plan B.
Okay, it's good to know. I didn't know. Just curious. Right there.
I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
So it's no Plan B later.
Slide in my DMs.
Yeah, slide in my DMs. No Plan B. No Plan B.
No.
Plan A.
Anyone else have you want to add? He said dodging that bullet. You don't want this one.
God, what was I gonna say? I don't even know. Oh yeah, you said you was pro-life.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like what do you call it? Me and Jay on the same thing because he was giving more scenarios, like more real life scenarios. I'm just like whatever's best for the baby. If you're not financially stable or you're not like you said 15, but I'm not gonna lie, no 15-year-old girl should be bringing in a baby unless like the parents can really take care of it.
What about all the mothers that created influential people in this world that wouldn't have had kids if they had that knowledge, they had that easy access to get an abortion?
Wait, say it again?
Like the mothers that would have had abortions if they weren't financially stable, if they weren't, even though they made the mistake, they're just like, oh, go to this clinic on the corner, let me kill this baby, let me kill LeBron.
LeBron James.
I get what you're saying.
Let me kill. Who else was it? Yeah, that's a good example because I know LeBron didn't really. He came from Ohio, like it's Ohio, but
I get what you're saying. Actually, now I think about it.
J. Cole. Wait, what is that one? I said J. Cole. Somebody was like, their mom thought about getting their some song.
No, that's Joyner Lucas.
Nah, I don't listen to Joyner Lucas. Couldn't have been Joyner
was. It was in his favorite. It was in his.
I don't listen to him. There's no shot. This can't be possible.
I mean, I think I know. Like, I'm not racist. That's the only thing I know about trying to live with this.
That was like 10 years ago.
For real, man. It's like 9 years old. I thought that was hard.
Now that did kind of change my perspective. Now I think about it.
What?
But like the person that kid can become.
Exactly. You're taking the opportunity away. Like,
Yeah,
imagine someone took your opportunity away to be the best you could be, to be a person. You got a 1 in 400 billion chance. You have a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being a human on this earth, and someone took that away from you. I mean, I know you didn't get to choose to be here, but you're a miracle, and they just killed it.
You say you got pizza?
Yeah.
What type of pizza?
I got the chicken and onion one. Hopefully it's still some in there.
All these chickens that could have been.
Huh?
Wait, yo, what? Chicken is what? The chicken. What was it gonna be? It was gonna be a juicier chicken. It was gonna. I think the opportunity for a chicken is to be in my belly, to be eaten by a person like me. Dang, I'm food for Mario.
That's what they're thinking.
That's the dream.
Exactly.
There you go.
This cow that's getting fed every day. I'm about to be in LeBron's stomach tonight. This Wagyu, whatever LeBron's eating.
Oh no!
That animal must be proud. You know.
All right, that baby.
I mean, that's like you're the best of the best.
Look, this is my opinion. As long as there's no conscious experience, you should be able to have an abortion by probably before 20 weeks. Doesn't matter the situation. Doesn't matter what's going on. You can take the baby out and like fire a bazooka at it.
That's
I don't disagree with that at all.
But yeah, that's what I was. Cause he said like you're a miracle. And someone took the opportunity, but there is no opportunity. Well, dang, how do I say this?
Well, you have
so
to see it like this, right?
Like,
It's just a potential. It's a clump of cells, right? It's just a clump.
Yeah.
Of cells.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is. Oh shit. Yeah. That's pretty much all it is, right? So that's pretty much all you got. It's a clump of cells. It's just a. This is it. That's pretty much all there is, you know. So like you have to ask yourself like, okay, like, right, life begins at inception, but when does life end? You know. Like, what is a life?
A life, someone that's living.
Okay, so if your like heart's beating.
Life, right?
What if like? So if I took your heart out and I gave you a new heart, would you still be you?
Yes.
Your heart's not gonna work. You would be dead, right? But I give you a new heart. Would you still be you?
Yeah.
What if I gave you a new arm?
Yeah.
What if I gave you new legs?
Yeah, and they work. Yeah.
I think
What if I gave you a new brain?
I think that's the only thing that'd be different. The brain.
Yeah.
So when your brain dies, that's when life dies.
So
You could be brain dead, living. Your heart could work, your lungs could work, your organs could work, your arms could work, everything could work. But you're just laying on a table without a brain. You are not you, right? It's that conscious experience that gives you life, right? So like my position is that like once that ends, life is ended. Once that begins, life is started. But outside of that, a vegetable, why people pull the plug on people, right? People pull the plug on people because life is over. At that point, like, you know what I'm saying? You got no brains. Like your brain is done. Like, so you're alive. Your heart's beating. Your lungs are pumping. Everything's good. You're alive, but there's no brain. There's no you, right? Do you keep that person alive indefinitely, pro-life?
No, I would agree with you on that one. But that's the thing, like, my goal wouldn't be to control everyone my goal wouldn't be to control everyone, it would just be to control myself.
But you also have to, I'm going to challenge you just a tad.
Yeah.
I'm going to challenge you because your goal should be you have a voting power, right? You have the ability to vote.
Yeah.
And because you have that ability to vote, you want to influence the world for your best interest, right? And the interest of your children and your children's children and your children's children. And if people don't utilize their power to vote, then someone else will.
That's true.
And will implement laws that will affect your life. So you should have strong opinions on kind of these things, young or old. You should have opinions on what you think the world should be, your worldview, and you should be able to push that worldview out. Right or wrong, the goal is to learn and adapt to be able to put, hopefully, the best outcome you feel for others and yourself, right? If you came to me, I don't care if you're 14, 12, 2, it don't matter. And you're like 21 weeks, right? 21 weeks. And you're like, hey, I want to like end that baby's life. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
You had 20 weeks. You should go to jail. That's a lot. That baby has a conscious experience now. It's a lot. It knows, it has thoughts. It's starting to think on its own. It's starting to have its own thoughts and brains and starting to do things. It's on the 19th week, you can get a hammer. I don't care how you do it. Like, get a clothes hanger, do whatever you want. Like, I think that people should have the ability and autonomy to make that decision for themselves, right? But you can't after 21. Once the person starts having a conscious experience, like that's, like, I think a lot of times, like, I'm always a live and let live person. I do believe that there's some things that the government should protect, right? Life, liberty, property, freedom, right? Your property, the ability to have it, right? And the pursuit of happiness, right? So the sense of, like, your life in general. And so the reason why we have governments is so people can't just walk around and start shooting you, And the same reason we can't have them just start, like, people can't have, like, these, like, third trimester abortions. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. Like, you should go to jail, right? There's a lot of people who would love to adopt, especially a baby. I mean, not like a 12-year-old kid. Okay, you're kind of, you got bad habits at that point. But a baby, like, we could still work with this, right? People want babies left and right. There's a lot of people who can't have babies. So I just I think you should be a little more down with yourself and say, like, hey, I think you should have a stronger worldview and what you want to push on the world, right? And that's the beauty of living in a democracy now.
So you want people to be super educated on their voting, and you want them to vote, because if they don't vote, then someone else is gonna potentially do the opposite of what you want, right?
Not opposite of what I want. I want them to make the best decision
For themselves,
right? Like, people don't vote in their own interest.
What if they don't vote at all?
That's their right to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to vote.
But you have no problem with that. But you want people to vote, right?
Yeah, of course. Everyone should vote. Why wouldn't you? Like, if you knew how influential your vote was, you would vote. The reason you don't vote is because you feel like it'll do nothing, right? Like, what's the point? What's the point of voting? The government's corrupted. My life is over. Everything sucks. The world is the way it is. Like, the reason people don't vote is because they feel as if that there is no whether they're not educated on what the vote means or what they could do, right? But they also understand how much power they have in their vote. Their vote has power, whether they think so or not. But it does have power, right? It does. That's why we started the show. The whole show, this premise of the show, was to get people to talk about their views and what they think and how they think and why they think.
Well, what type of voting are you talking about? Like,
local, especially. Could be state, could be federal. Like, vote, collective vote, everybody vote, right? Personally, I actually kind of like their approach of, like, telling people they have to, like, pass a test in order to vote. I kind of like that, low key. But yeah, my point is just, I think it's the same. I think not only do you want to have better education for your people and your population, but you also want people to vote. You want people to have more autonomy to vote and make decisions. So, man, yeah, be strong with your opinions, man. Say it with your chest. We have 4 minutes, guys. You ready for the last question?
Yeah.
Last question. Let's get out of here. All right. Does art imitate life, or life imitate art? Let's start with Jason.
No, I think you're the better one answering this.
He hard passed.
That's crazy. You said nope. Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? Honestly, I think life imitates art because it's what you create, what you're trying to create, where you're trying to live. Like I have this vision of what I want to, you know, what I want to, what I want to be, where I want to be, what I want to do, what I want to experience in life, and that's kind of that's my art, right? Technically, and I'm trying to imitate that as much as possible. So, yeah, I think life imitates art.
How could there be art without life?
Earlier, you were mentioning that content creation has been influencing children. AI is coming. That's an artificial intelligence. Is that a lie? That can create its own content. That can create its own work.
So art is here trying to compare art to AI?
Well, I say does art, and that question was, does art imitate life?
Well, I guess it does
imitate
technically
art?
because an AI super machine can create art, and if all humans died, that the AI thing you could keep running. So I guess, yeah, it's possible.
So, but yeah, answer.
What answer? What?
Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art?
Oh, I mean, there is technicalities to both, and they're both right to me. But I mean, just for me, maybe just life. Wait, life, art. I don't really know. You know, that's
a good question.
Say the wrong thing, and I don't even believe in it. So.
How would we have planes if nobody like thought about it in their head, or created it in their head first? Like that's a form of art. How we have Jordans, right? The physical version, they had to sketch it out. They had to, plan it. This is how it's gonna look. Boom, boom. All right, now we're gonna bring it to life. We're gonna make this shoe.
So what would it be? Life imitates art, art imitates life?
Life imitates art.
Think about it.
Life imitates art. Life is trying to be like art. We're trying to be like this. We're trying to have that starry night with the moon, with the wolves howling in the background. We're gonna have that sunny day.
But what about this though? The art was created from your life. It's vice versa. I don't think there's no right answer.
I think art imitates life because
hey, what up, Daddy Jordan?
That's good.
If you think life as like life as in you, that's your life, but thinking as life as in just like the economy of life, right? We had to create art. So I'm saying art imitates life because life creates art, and then at a certain point, like when you said with the plane, right? Someone created the plane, someone created shoes, like you said.
Yeah.
All of the things that life creates, which is art, it turns into life.
It imitates it.
It turns into regular life, but at some point it was art. That makes sense.
Yeah, it imitates it back.
It's like
it reflects it back.
It's just like a loop.
Yeah, it's a never-ending loop.
It started off with life.
That's true.
So I think art imitates life.
So how do you have these kids, right?
How do you have kids?
These kids,
huh?
Going to Little Uzi concerts.
Yeah.
I'm talking about white kids from Beverly Hills, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like being like someone else, dressing up and being influenced by the art, right? And then art being passed down from generations to generations that influences people today. So for example, right, a lot of music right now, you get samples, samples from like old artists back in the day, I wish it all a dream, say like old song, right? back in the 80s. Right? But now being remixed today, it's kind of like this sense that you are trying to become a dream, but you're also trying to reflect your life. It's like a balance at the same time. So I do agree with you. I think art does. I think life does imitate art. I think you want to be like things, but I think that there is some moments of time where it was the opposite, like the Mona Lisa, right? Taking a painting of someone.
Yeah.
That's art imitating a life, right? But now you have people dressing up for Halloween as the Mona Lisa with a painting, you know, right? Because they're trying to now imitate the art.
I feel like that's just life, imitating life, because someone creating the Mona Lisa, that's the art. But I feel like there is no art like by itself. I feel like art just is life. So there is no way
So would you
for life to imitate art. Art imitates life because art comes from life. I feel like art is not its own. It's not like its thing on its own.
So what is a life? Let's break that.
I'm thinking of life as life, like you said with the brain. When we start thinking consciousness, a life. But I'm thinking of life as like just everything, just how things go from day to day.
Okay. I think we're on the same thing because if you have artificial intelligence, the first thing that it started doing was create paintings. Like you thought it was gonna take over like the super hard jobs, but paintings, like you thought art can, like an AI bot can create art, like that's game changing.
Yeah, that's great.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe, you know. So, my fellas, we could chill for another hour, but I know we got some pizza and people trying to slam that pizza down.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know you didn't get it. You want to bring some in there, actually?
Yeah,
Good chill. Bring it to you, Gio.
Jeez, I
Get
don't
the talking.
Yeah, no shit. If y'all want to keep talking, I'm down. I got more questions.
I'm gonna probably do like what, 2 more questions, something like that.
Okay. How you feeling?
Not trying to.
Same. Or whenever, actually, whenever Mars, to be honest.
Maya finna be here till like 12. No, I'm kidding.
Y'all don't have to
have a
stay here.
couple of
We can
different
always just stay
topics.
here. Yeah, dude. That's the beauty. People flow in and flow out.
Probably get some water, to be honest, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go
Did
get
you ever
some
the water,
man.
man?
I'm gonna bring a pizza.
Yeah, I want to grab some pizza too.
We were
W
back
opinion,
now.
Yeah.
Daddy Jordan.
So quiet.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jordan.
Is
man.
that
He's the
is that
homie.
Danny?
Shout out.
Jordan's the homie.
Is that Danny?
Huh?
No.
You can't hear me, huh?
No, it's Jordan.
You
He's my friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He needs to come on the show, Jordan. You need to get your ass on here.
Wait, W opinion? Who had the W opinion?
I know, you gotta tell us, Jordan.
Oh.
I'm
Water?
Patrick, cousin. Yo.
Oh, no, yeah, Patrick's cousin.
Yo, what's up, G?
Yo, tell Patrick to come on one day. You know what's crazy? I don't know if I.
Shoot,
You know what? You know what
Texas
Patrick?
DM us right now, and I'll just come slide through. We're about to have some open
You know what
seats.
Patrick told me that was like, wow. He just like, it always like.
Yeah, bring it.
So, Patrick, one of my eldest friends.
Yo, hop on Discord, Patrick.
Yeah, tell Patrick to hop on Discord.
Steven,
Yes,
you know our Discord? Check in the chats. Our Discord's on there.
Yeah.
Hop on Discord. Join our live chat.
Talking.
You can hop in.
So
If we trying to talk. We have some deep questions for people.
after the field that day.
Oh shit, you don't see it? All right, let me 1 second. I'll link it to you.
Okay.
Sorry. Go on.
Yeah, after the field that day that Patrick he said that. So he was just explaining like why
What up, Pat?
to come work with me, why he wanted to come work with us, and he was going through some problems, and he was like, he told me that he's like, you know how they say
Yeah.
everybody wants to be Spider-Man,
Yeah.
doesn't want to have to go through what Peter Parker did.
Yep.
He said, "You always handle your problems so well. you're Spider-Man. That's like his favorite character of all. He's like, you're Spider-Man. Like that's why I wanted to be on here. And I was just like, wow, like you really like think that of me. And he's like, whenever I think of art, he's like, whenever somebody says, what's the first thing that pops up to your mind when you think of hard work? He was like, it's you. I'm just like, wow. You know, like people are watching you, the people closest to you, and you can really have a lasting impact on them.
Sorry, let me get this down so you can see his responses for now. Let me see if this works. That should be the link, G. That should be the link. And I wish upon oh shit. He's going straight into it. He wants to smoke. Holy shit, what's happening? He said,
wait, what? Yo, that's crazy.
Bro,
yo, you gotta, hold on, you gotta, yeah, okay, I get that.
I'm weak.
He said there is no, hey, somebody clip that. They gonna have to, wait, hold on, Tyler's, yo,
no,
he's getting canceled before he even started.
Oh, no.
There is no gay rights. Hey, I didn't say that.
Like, alright, let me not start the sentence like that.
You might want to say it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say what I mean, or I mean, basically they're the same as like straight people.
I agree.
What's the?
I agree. There's no difference.
Yeah. As like human wise, there's no difference. Is he saying like there should be gay rights, or did he just say ask him about gay rights?
I think once you start to get into separating two, like the human rights and all this gay rights and even like black lives matter, black rights, whatever you want to call it, then you start to really create a disconnect. Now you're creating a disconnect. Like you're saying you're not equal.
Yeah.
Like it's a basic human right that you shouldn't be shot black, white, black, brown. It's a basic right that gay or straight, exactly. It's a basic right you shouldn't get beat up just for, get thrown in jail just for liking a certain gender. Whatever. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, you kind of see that.
Y'all got plates?
Plates.
Oh, is there more plates?
Shit, did you have on Discord yet? Don't die. What the fuck? Scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I believe so. No, I think you. Tyler? No, he's in high school.
Oh, that's crazy.
Alright, I'll get you. I'll find it for you. Oh, it's in the yeah. I'll find it for you.
I can do it.
It's in the black shelf in the conference room in the far right in a plastic bag, big plastic bag, far right. Black shelf in the conference room towards the wall. The conference room.
What about you?
The one that has a big table. I saw you click it, dude. What am I, boy?
You might have to just.
Let me see if I can get you in.
I'm lost, Mark. Trying to help him.
Huh?
I'm evaluating the room.
Here, I'll join the lounge.
Wait, what are you lost?
I'm looking for plates.
He
gave an explanation, but he said like 4. I got lost after the first.
I think it's under the microwave room, right? Because there's no more of those flappy plates. So you might just have to take a box. For real. I think you might just have to take a box. I don't think there might. Now, who thought to stop making that type of music?
Hey, he should be on. I have to hop on the Discord. Y'all on the Discord, right?
Yeah, I'm on the Discord.
Are you on the Discord? How about it? Cause you can you don't have to come here. You can always go and hop on through Discord. If you have like
So
people.
I mean, it was nice meeting you.
You want the vibe? He wants the vibe. He wants the vibe.
Yeah, it's not the best at
Can you
home.
send it to him? Cause I can't have my thing. I'm trying to figure out. What's I got. Ooh.
I got one for you because chicken wings we had that yesterday.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just hold off on that then.
Pepperoni. I got pepperoni jalapeno.
Ooh. Whose water is that?
Yours.
Oh, y'all love. Drink that, man. It's all you. What are you thirsty? Drink some water, bro. Dang, y'all ate this.
I can,
Huh?
I was saying if you need it, so I don't know. Any way I can help, I don't know how, but I can if you need to.
What's your opinion on gay rights, Jason?
Just what's your opinion?
I mean, I don't.
You don't want that one.
No, I don't really care, to be honest, as long as there's.
I can't. You got a mic, bro.
You gotta speak into the
Oh
mic.
shoot, my bad. You're just talking now. I mean, no, I don't really care about gay rights. Do whatever you want.
Okay. Hey, can you see Discord? He was texting on our welcome chat. Can you help him? We're on the lounge. He should be able to just hop in. Hey, what's up, fam?
Chime in and ask some questions.
Is that Jordan?
This is Steven.
Steven. I don't know who you are, Steven, but nice to meet you.
So, Steven.
I don't know if he can hear us or not.
Who's Steven from where?
He was talking.
Oh, he's in the.
He's on Discord.
No, I'm saying Steven from where? Who's Steven?
Oh, I
don't think you know. He's Patrick's cousin.
So anyway, so what were you talking about? I haven't done a deep question. Shit.
Yeah,
I do have to grab my phone.
You said
Golly. I had a good question too. I'm about to light it up. Let me get this barbecue sauce.
Let's get straight to the real questions. Gay son is not dog.
Not answering that.
Gay son, easy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're both.
I don't know.
But you said gay son.
Well,
honestly, not dog. That's just regular life now.
Nah, but the gay
that's just
son,
regular life.
Yeah, but the gay son can defend himself. The thought daughter can't.
Can defend himself?
Yeah, like a guy's a guy, but a girl running around with a bunch of guys, she can get killed or something like that, bro. You don't know. You have to worry about her more, but the gay son, I'm like, hey, he can get railed, but who cares? It's a guy.
Oh God! What just happened?
It's real, what you know? Like,
Oh no, that was brutal.
Keeping it real. Just keeping it real. Just being honest.
Just being honest. Hey, Yozen, what's up, fam? What's up? Yo, Dark, you were with us. You ain't saying nothing now.
He left. He got shot.
Oh, he. Oh shoot,
Ask
you
us some
chilling.
questions.
Hey, we got a question for you, Dark. I got a question for you. I'm curious to know how you feel about this. Okay. All right, Dark. I got a question for you. All right. So, if perception is reality, is there a real reality? That's a good question. You don't know?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you an answer. What do y'all think? If perception is reality,
What's perception? I don't know what perception.
How you perceive things.
you're like
Oh, you mean perspective?
sure, same kind of
It's like the
spectrum.
Perception
If perception is reality, is there a real reality? Objective reality.
Okay, let me. Objective reality? What does objective mean? I'm just trying to get straight.
It's the same thing as similar to real. Is there an objective reality? Is
like
there
like a all one reality?
Yeah, a reality
Okay.
is like black and white, right? Is
Yeah.
it is this like this exists? Or is there a matrix?
Is there a real? Okay, so if perception is reality, we all have our own perspectives. We all have our own realities. The only real reality is just like there's no real reality. What? That's crazy. I don't think there is.
I
It's
think
just-
we
it's
created
just
it,
we
right?
all-
As humans, we created it, and
We just all have.
we created our realities.
I guess
As a
the-
whole, I mean, well, when God created us, right? And then we had free will, so we created what we wanted to create, and this is what we created as a whole.
I feel like
if we named
Let me get in there, let me get in there.
if we named a car a phone, then that would be our reality. If a phone was a car, this phone was named car, we would call it a car for our whole lives and not know that. You know, it would just be a car. Like, oh, pass me the car. If 1 + 1 = 3 in the system, then 1 + 1 = 3 from the beginning.
So nothing's real.
No, because 1 + 1 is 3 = 3 is a fact because it's just words. It's just words. Not so three could actually be 2. Like, oh, this is 3. Like, if this was called 3 and 1 + 1 = 3, then that would be correct because it's just words, right?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're saying. But I'm gonna go back to what I was saying. Now I think about it.
Now you just got to deflect off. I get what you're saying. all right.
No, I'll get it out.
Go ahead.
Nah. But what were you saying though? Like, sorry, that's something.
He said, "I get what you're saying." But what were you saying?
But are you? I get what you're saying about like the numbers, like, and the words are just words. But like, are you? So, what is the reality? Is the reality? You said it's the reality that
If you
we
put this
created?
thing and this thing together, it is something.
So the reality is all
that
of our
we want it to
realities
be.
put together.
Yeah,
That's what
it's all of our reality. That we defined it. Certain things.
We.
As a whole human
Okay,
race.
all
Some
of
people,
human
certain
race.
people defined it. You know, and they influenced us to call it that.
Is anything objectively real?
Is anything objectively real? Gravity. If I jump off a building, I'ma die. So you gotta watch out for gravity. You know, but that's
are
what
we
we
in the
call it.
Matrix?
That's what we call it. Are we in the Matrix?
Honestly, basically,
Yeah.
with heaven and hell, it's just like, it's just a place we're just in, and it's just at the end you go here, you go there. We're not being controlled now.
Really?
We're not being controlled. No. We're being controlled to a certain extent, but only because of the limits we've been given. If that makes sense.
Elaborate on that.
Like, meaning, like, I'm only being controlled because I I physically can't fly. If that makes sense. Like, if I want to fly, I can't go fly.
I gotta turn you up, brother. Sorry.
Go ahead.
But,
what'd you say, Stu?
Let me turn him up.
He said nothing. It was his dad.
Oh, okay. But,
We're controlled by.
I don't know what to end on.
So you're saying we're controlled by basically the rules of the earth that God has created, that we define, but God has definitely created, like gravity.
Honestly,
So there's no such thing as a
this is
Matrix.
I think all other things that all human things like that we create, governments were created, money was created, right? Our currency was created. Yeah, we control that. Like, yeah, that's our that's a perspective that. I don't know where I'm really trying to go with this, but
Any final thoughts, Jason?
On whether what?
If perception is reality, is there a objective reality? Is there a real reality? Is anything real?
I don't don't understand the question too well, but I understand it enough to say this. I mean, I don't really question or I don't really think about that stuff too much. I just play the game and try to win. So I don't really spend much time thinking about that.
That's true.
Whether it's true or not, what are you gonna do?
Great answer.
All right, Jason. Then, have you contemplated this? What do you think is the meaning of life?
That's a good one. The meaning of life. Well, I know the meaning for me.
It's getting deep, dark.
But
it's getting real deep.
I guess the meaning of life would be like your end goals, kind of like, all right, this is what I want to be, or this is what I want to have, like that. The meaning of life. I mean,
is your goals.
I think it's.
Also, keep your mic is technically facing down.
Up.
Yeah. So if you want to do it, just wrist lift it up. So, yeah, you can just push it up.
Oh, my bad.
Yep, yep. All the way up. All the way up. All the way up. Yeah, there you go. And now you just bring it closer.
Oh, my bad.
There it is. And then you can just turn it.
Like this? This is good?
Yeah, it is.
There it is.
We can hear you. Alright, go on.
The meaning of life, I mean, we kind of talked about it previously, but I think for me it's love. I guess love ties it to procreation, so love. Yeah.
To procreate.
To have children. I think that's the end goal for me, at least.
What if you can't have kids? Like literally, like you can't.
Oh, like I've thought about that
meaningless?
before, actually. I've thought about that before. Like let's just say there's a problem with me, or if there's a problem with the woman. I don't think I could get like a donor. I don't think I could do that. So then it's not me. It's not my creation. So if there's a problem with me though, then it's over, I guess.
You can't have. You can't have your seed. You can't. You.
What do you mean?
You can't. You wouldn't be able to adopt, or like you wouldn't be able to. It's not yours. What does that mean?
What do you mean? It's not gonna have my like DNA and stuff. And I think that's very important.
Isn't your DNA?
Yeah.
What about their thoughts?
What do you mean?
What matters more?
Oh, like what I can feed, what I can teach the child.
What matters more to you? Their conscious experience?
The experience
or
on
their
Earth or the blood, yeah. That's a good question. I mean,
wow, that's a good question. I'm writing that down.
Cause why not add value to someone else's life just because it's not your blood?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
that's kind of like getting a bunch of juice, creating this secret juice, right? It's good. This bomb. And you just keep it all to yourself. You just like, this
what's
is my
the point?
juice.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like what's the point? You created this secret serum juice and you just drink it every day. Nobody knows about this juice but you.
It's not really good.
Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna lie. That's the analogy.
Just imagine this juice. This good juice, right? This good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fruit. This
I
good
don't know what's
fruit,
happening.
right? And you can't share it with nobody. You just like, this is mine.
Actually, you know, I think that ties into religion. Because I don't know if you guys are religious, but
yeah, we all are. Yeah.
Nor do I know a lot about religion, but I kind of am I'm a firm believer on everything happens for a reason. So if I wasn't able to have kids, it'd be like, okay, my bloodline ends here.
But would your life be meaningless?
Oh, no, but the end goal would have never been reached. I mean, I'd still have a wife, which is kind of semi. I guess it's meaningful. It's one of the end parts, but the children, I think, is the most important part.
What about if you're gay?
Well, that's a whole nother thing with a whole nother mentality you have to have. I'm speaking for me, because I know.
Well, the question is specifically, what is the meaning of life? Not of yours. What of life?
Yeah, I mean, there could be aliens that invade, and you can't have kids with them. So I guess there's no meaning to life. I'm just speaking for the normal, average of human
That's so true, though, low-key.
who likes girls and they like guys. It's equal, or not equal, but just normal, I guess. So yeah, that's just for me.
Okay.
Because if we're gonna keep adding all these extra variables in, like, what if they're this, what if they're that? It's like, okay, well, I can't answer every single question. I'm speaking about the normal, average stuff.
But what if your kid was gay?
Oh, so I can have
He
kids now?
just said he's not answering no more.
Wait, so I can have kids now?
No, I'm just saying that, like, I'm not saying you can. That's what I was saying. My question was, what's the meaning of life? I never was proposing it to say that you can have kids or you were gay. I was saying that just what's the meaning of life? So my question was, is that like, if the person couldn't have kids, right? Would their life be meaningless? And you said you thought about that, and you mentioned that. Yeah, I've thought about that before. I've actually contemplated this. And I feel like I can't have kids if I were being put in, if I was like I mean, I couldn't adopt, right? I couldn't have a seed with someone with something that's not my DNA. And so then I asked you, okay, well, what matters more, your blood or your thoughts? So it was always in the construct of someone else, not just well, including yourself, but like all of us. Like, what is the meaning of life? And if you're religious, I think it would be even more apparent because it truly doesn't matter your particular point of view, right? It's just the social construct that in which you would create in your worldview.
I guess if I knew I couldn't have kids, then the meaning of life would change. Then I wouldn't. Maybe it'd be different. I don't know.
You haven't contemplated it yet. I like that you're very
careful.
Yes, that's very, very, very. That's the word I was gonna say, but I was actually being careful. But the fact that you said it was actually really interesting. Why is that? Why are you so careful?
I mean, that's just how I am. I'm like that with everybody and with anything. I like to be I think about all this different variables. Like if we have a conversation, I'm like, all right, he can say this, he can say that, but I'm gonna say this. And like I just think about every possibility. So I'd like to be very careful. I don't know where that came from, but single child things, I guess.
Me too. I'm a single child. What's up, my friend?
What's up?
What's the meaning of life? Dart, do you know the meaning? Dart, I don't know if you're still there. Do you know the meaning of life? I'm curious what your thoughts are too.
My thoughts is, to be honest, I have no experience. So I don't want to say shit. I'll fuck it.
He's just laying it all over the line.
I'm not trying to be a dick. So,
Go ahead, say it. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Dark, speak your truth.
He said,
Speak your
look.
truth.
I want to dodge this bullet if I can.
Speak your truth, Steven. That's all you got to do.
Do you want me to say my opinion?
Yeah. What's the meaning of life, bro? Dark, tell me, bro. I'm in.
He's like, why do you consider me fucking? You hear this?
We want to know, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a YouTube clip of this, and we're gonna go viral off of what your response is right now. Okay, this is your moment to shine. We're gonna edit this and post this tomorrow. What is the meaning of life, Mr. Doe?
Shit, to me, fuck around and find out.
What? What does that mean?
Don't actually go around and fuck around
yeah, what is what do you mean by fuck around and find out what?
Find out. How do you know? Do you like this?
Boy, he's trying to say his experience. He's worded
experience everything.
I respect that, man. Don't fuck around. You're right.
Find out.
Reproduce. He was right. Go fuck around and find out.
No,
Thank
yeah.
you, Doug. Give a hand clap, bro. That's the homie. Give a hand clap to the homie.
No, yeah, but
For all the dead homies out there.
the meaning of life.
What's the meaning of life, man? Is it to fuck around and find out?
You know, life is so interesting. I think whatever is important to us.
Ooh.
Obviously, I think what keeps us going is love. That's what we want to create. We want to have a companionship, right?
Right.
That the best companionship that we can possibly have, the best looking girl, the best mind, the girl with the best brain, the best. Not in that
What
way,
you
but-
mean by that?
You know, with the best perspective.
Can't believe what's happening.
The best
tonight.
dreams, the best goals. You know, we want the best. What the best is for us. You know, that's we want to recreate the best person we can find. And why do are we trying to go and make all this money? Why am I trying to go out make a lot of money? Why am I trying to be somebody important? Because
For one thing,
we
already know what it is, but
we all know what it is.
The poo nanny. I'm kidding.
That's it.
For that paper.
That's obviously fun experience come with that having the money, but the end goal is right. You want to have the best one that you see is
The queen?
The queen, your queen. Like who is your queen? Who is my queen?
That works.
And obviously, the second part of that is to be able to create a life, right? Create the best life possible, and teach somebody how to create the best life for themselves. Create the same life that you created for yourself, for them to do that for themselves.
Okay.
I respect that.
Hey, you got a co-signer. Dark got your back. He believes in you. Kai, you want I got like think one more question left.
I would say I feel like the meaning of life is to first find your mindset and then find your meaning in life. Find your own meaning. So I feel like we all come from the ground. We all are earth. That makes sense. And everything is so spiritual in a sense. Like there's spirits everywhere. There's spirits in this room right now. Spirits inside us. And I feel like once you open up your consciousness, your conscience, how you say that? Consciousness, and find your mindset. And I feel like once you find your mindset that is you, and once you find yourself, then your meaning in life is to find the meaning of life.
Your meaning in life is to find the meaning
of life.
And you know what? I like that because I think that the meaning changes as you progress.
But
as I progress,
it's only like sorry, but the first part of your life, like when you haven't, because you're born as like a baby, you don't know yourself, you don't know. The first part of your life, like the meaning of it, is to find who you are, and then the second part is to find the meaning of your life. For this person, it could be love. For this person, it could be money. For this person, it could be proving their dad wrong because they thought they were going to be this. For this person, it could be. It's just finding your meaning once you find yourself. So I feel like there's two, like.
Okay. Yeah. I think for me, I've thought about this question a lot. I think the meaning of life. I'm kind of in between on two things. I think it's a little bit of what Kai says, like trying the meaning of life is to endure, right? I think to show the human condition, what a human goes through to multiply, right? to exist. Life is trying to survive and continue your existence, like to kind of pass the baton, right? So I believe when I come down to life is to pay it forward, right? Your meaning of life is to pay it forward. I think you only really find value in life when you're able to pay it forward. It doesn't have to be so much through blood. It could also be through thoughts. And this is why I kind of like, I asked him that question because I don't know if he had a little bit of like what I was looking for, but I was curious to see if he ever thought about that. I mean, you're 19. It's hard to say you've thought about that, but for me, it is definitely that paying it forward, passing the baton to the next person, whether it's in your own blood or like raising some random kid in Uganda. But it's just connecting with people like Dark. Shout outs to Dark again for coming through. But like just paying it forward, trying to surround yourself with other individuals, build a community, and pass the baton.
So like leaving a legacy behind.
Shout outs to you, hell yeah. No, like in a way of like
more of like life is like it's just like a crazy experience. So it's just like going through the experience and then paying it forward, whatever you got from that experience, telling someone how to do the experience better.
True.
Or just telling their like your thoughts on the experience.
Very true, because when we first started off as like, right, how we survived is much different now because of their experiences.
They paid it forward.
They paid it forward. They taught them how to hunt. Now they're innovating off of their bow and arrows. Now we're gonna warm up the food. Now we found fire, whatever, Now we got furnaces. Now electricity can heat up the food. Now
it's a very interesting thing. Someone says I forgot the exact saying, but it says that when you're an older man, like an old man, right, that's when you know what the meaning of life is, when you plant the seed for a tree that you never will get to sit under the shade under.
Because it's the most important thing you want to tell that.
It's just kind of this idea of just like you're planting a seed in the ground for an oak tree to grow, but you're gonna be long gone before that tree becomes even. Like, why would you do that? But it's just to pay it forward, because you just realize the value of just like planting that seed, seeing that tree grow, and hopefully someone gets the opportunity and or the likeness to be able to benefit from that.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what seed you would plant?
What tree in terms of what actual plant?
No, like the seed as in, because once you said old man, planting a seed.
Yeah,
for a tree that you never see.
Yeah, shade that to sit under. Yeah.
So the meaning of life is whatever you basically tell that seed.
Oh, I see. What's the metaphorical seed?
Yeah. I'm just saying, if any of you guys know what that seed is now, what you think?
I think it's many things, right? Your seed in terms of like having kids, your seed in terms of plants. But I think for me, what I would really want to like, if there's a quality of me that I really want to pass down, is resilience. Yeah, for sure, resilience. Just if I can like teach people how to literally what never giving up does. Never giving up does.
True. I respect that.
Hey, fuck yeah, Dark.
Yes, sir.
Yo, I fucking love this guy.
Personally,
Shoot.
it's like GTA 5.
Okay.
Wait, is that it? Wait, what is that?
You gotta help me.
Let's
go with GTA.
Elaborate.
It's like, to me, it's like GTA 5. Because I like to fuck around.
Oh, and find out.
So, yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do in GTA 5?
Oh yeah, what's your favorite thing to do in GTA? We should do a GTA stream.
That would be fun.
That'd be dope.
I like to fight people.
Oh damn.
Run them over.
What is he?
Strip club, that's the 3 things?
Yes, sir.
So you fight somebody, then you run them over, and then you head to the strip club.
Hell yeah.
How long are you in the strip club in GTA? On average.
Hours.
Huh?
4 hours.
4 hours you could do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yo, Jack, Dark, how old are you?
How old are you? What? This guy thinks it's me.
I'm 18.
Oh shit.
18.
Listen, wait, what state are you in?
California.
Oh shit, he out here. I bet. I like it.
What
Man.
city?
You guys in West Covina, right?
Yeah, we're around there.
Around there.
Yo, you know what? I have this final question because we gotta go. I have this final question, Dark. I don't know if you can answer it, but I'm gonna put this out here, okay, and see what goes around, okay. Actually, I'm gonna ask this to Jason first. I just like asking Jason questions. All right, Jason, you ready for this?
Sure.
It's real life out here in the streets. Like we're almost West Side Gang. All right, it's the same similar question to before, but it's a little bit of a twist on it, okay? Is there an objective morality? Is morality real? Must you believe in God to believe in morality? Morality is what's right and what's wrong.
So, what about God, you said?
Is there an objective morality? Is there a objective, this is right and this is wrong, right? Can you truly be moral, right? Is morality real? Must you believe in God to believe in morality?
No, but I think it helps with that. I think religion helps with that.
I'm sorry, go on.
I think religion definitely helps with keeping your morals intact. But you definitely don't have to be religious or believe in God to have morals. Because I was still technically not religious, and I have pretty, I stay within my morals. I mean, I listen to them, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Or unless you want to dumb it down and I can answer the question better, but I don't know.
No, it's okay. What do you mean? Mr. Mario Holt, what are you thinking? Is there an objective morality? Or is morality even real? Must you believe in God to believe in morality?
I think that we have something in us, which I believe is God. Everyone has a part of God, and that's a conscious what's right and wrong. And you know what's right and what's wrong, because if you go out and you do bad, I don't know, because some people, you go out and you do bad to everyone, right? You feel it. Like you'll feel it. No matter your religion, nothing, you know.
So you're saying if there's such thing as a right or wrong, or if there's bad or good?
Yeah.
Bad or good, or right or wrong?
Morality essentially is I think it's on the same spectrum. Do you feel like there's a difference
between bad and good, or right or wrong?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck did I walk myself into?
I don't really know enough to answer that question, but I think there's definitely bad. Once you see it, there's some bad stuff.
Well, like, right, eating pizza every day, that's not necessarily wrong.
I'm gonna ask a really outlandish question,
Wrong,
okay?
right?
Ask.
I mean,
I was gonna ask something like just so out of pocket.
Say it.
Yeah, we'll go to that.
No, straight, just like off the clip. This is like, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
What if it like you're in the South, right? And in this society, it's normal to have sex with your cousin.
What would you do, Dark, if it was normal? Would you?
Do you think there's a right or wrong? Do you think that's objectively right or wrong?
Wait, Dark, I got a question. If it was legal in the South, have sex with your cousin, would you be fucking?
If she's like 10 out of 10, yeah.
Yeah, if she's 10 out of 10. So
If
it
she's
don't
10?
matter?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, bad bitch. I don't give a shit.
I actually don't think it's wrong.
No.
No, because I know in Middle Eastern countries, marrying your, I think it's third cousin is, you didn't specify which cousin.
You
But
didn't specify.
But I'm saying like,
First cousins.
I don't know if going by the first can cause problems with procreating, but I mean it's pretty common.
It does.
It does. Okay, let's say it does then.
First cousins, it does. Second and after, it doesn't.
Oh, you know. Research.
No answer.
But no, I don't think it's wrong. I mean, I think wrong is when you're harming somebody or causing discomfort, maybe. But if you marry your third cousin, let's just say you're in the Middle East, or even in America, if you marry or if you're with your third cousin, I mean, that's not bad if she's with it and you're with it. I mean, what's so bad about that? You're
What
not harming
if
anybody.
it increases your chances of having a children stillborn or something?
It's survival of the fittest.
He said it's Roman times.
I mean, I would have
Throw
to
him in
look.
the sea.
I would have to look at the statistics, but I don't think it's a common thing. That's something bad, or there's like a.
But you're essentially increasing the potential of your seed, right? Which is the meaning of life in your worldview, to almost be like defective in per se, like, for lack of a better word. Do you feel like that's okay?
Special needs.
Yeah, that's a very good term. Special needs.
Game is game. I don't give a shit.
Game is game.
Yeah, what?
Bro, where did dark come from?
Game was game.
I got screwed.
What?
No.
Oh, no, even if it was special needs, I honestly don't think that's bad. I mean, you could always have another wife. You could have multiple wives.
So having multiple wives is not morally bad?
No.
Okay. Marriage is between how many people in your mind?
What do you mean?
How many people is marriage? Marriage is between how many people? How many? If I marry someone, am I committed to that person or no?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by yeah?
What do you mean by you're committed?
Well, I want to know your worldview of what you mean yes to commitments, and I'll explain what I mean by committed.
Don't cheat. Don't fuck.
I mean,
Ain't that the
if you say fucking is cheating, then you can have another wife. But if are we going by the?
I'm going by what your worldview is.
What was it again? You said what?
If marriage is between, I said marriage is a commitment with someone.
What's commitment?
And then you said,
what is marriage?
Or what is marriage? What?
Well, yes, marriage is a commitment with someone. And you said, yes, it is a commitment. I said, okay, a commitment to what? And you said, what is commitment?
Taking
and I'm
care
asking,
of
what
them.
does commitment mean?
Taking care of them. And
Taking
loving
care of them.
Yeah, I don't.
In what way?
I don't think the whole you have to. You can't talk to any other girl or anything. I don't think that's breaking the commitment.
Talking?
Yeah,
Or
or even
fucking?
that. I mean, if it's truly, if it's a girl that you married, let's
Right.
just say multiple wives, then I don't think that's bad.
So you're saying it's okay to be promiscuous?
No, I think it's okay to have multiple wives.
Is that?
But
being
when you talk
promiscuous
about,
or you're trying to-
but let me get to that real quick. But the commitment part, I think, is taking care of them. If usually they want children, giving them children.
So like a harem of women.
Huh?
Like a harem of women.
What's a harem?
Harem is like a plethora of women.
Well, there's a limit,
Hell
but
yeah.
there's a limit, but yeah, I mean, if you can take care of all of them, I don't think that's bad.
What do you mean by take care?
Providing stuff for the wife/wives to take care of the children, or giving them a house, food. I mean, everything. You're basically giving them everything. life that's worth living. I guess I don't know. That's just for me as a man. I'd give her everything.
What if you can't anymore?
What do you mean?
What if you can't? What if
I go broke?
the economy or something else?
Then if going broke even crosses my mind, I wouldn't even have a wife. That would never happen.
I mean, dude,
I respect that. I respect that.
but dark, things like that happen, dude. The economy will crash, things will happen. How do you respect that?
I know.
Even if the economy crashes, there's still winners and losers. As long as you're not at the bottom or the middle, you'll still be fine. I mean, because I actually thought about this driving like I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. Even if everything went, even if money ceased to exist, the competitive people and the winners will still be on top. It doesn't matter if the dollar is worth this or that. The competitive people / winners will always be at the top and be in control and have most of the stuff. There has to be people at the bottom for people to be at the top.
Not necessarily.
You don't think so?
I think that there's many societies that have people on the top and there's people on the bottom. Those societies will crumble, right? If you don't have workers, people who are working for something, right? Then the people at the top can't remain there without workers, without people generating resources for them.
Oh yeah, there's definitely lower, middle, and high. That's what I meant. I didn't mean just high, low.
Oh,
There's
okay.
definitely low.
Well, if the economy were to crash, right? There is no. That's the reason capitalism works is because there's such a robust middle class. It makes it so that the middle class can. That's what sustains the economy.
So you're talking about, what'd you say? What was the word you used?
Middle class.
No, before that.
Sustains the economy.
Before that.
Robust.
No, you said something like was it capitalism?
Capitalism.
Yeah, so you're saying for capitalism allows middle class to exist. Is that what you're saying?
Capitalism is the most prominent way to allow the middle class to exist.
Okay.
Yeah. Without middle class, capitalism crumbles. Because there's no people to be able to sustain the world. And if you have a harem of women, right, you have multiple wives, and
the economy crashes.
You are now pushed into two directions, right, and you're pushed into the lower class. Your harem of women can't be sustained because now you have multiple wives, and I assume multiple kids. So my question for you is that, like, if you don't have the means to take care of them anyway, I'm just curious of I'm not trying to trap you or anything. I'm just really curious. Like,
it definitely does. It's a normal thing in other countries. There's very poor males who have multiple wives and children. They still are doing fine, and they're the lowest of the lowest, but way lower than the American low classes.
Yeah, but I think that you would also agree that
that's just
it's way more expensive to live here than it is to probably live in the Middle East or anywhere in other second world, third world countries.
I wasn't even talking about living here.
Oh, you're talking about having multiple wives, not here.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a place for me as a final destination.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about this is in a different country.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you dodged the question, but I'm okay with it.
No. Tell me. I mean,
the question is pretty straightforward. What happens if you lose what happens if you don't
no
have
money?
enough
No money. Let's just say no money.
Not no money, but like
Fair.
You have to downsize. Like you have you have 2 cars. You can't have like 5 cars. You can't have all 5 now. You gotta damn, I can't afford all these cars. I'm gonna have to sell some of my wives. You're gonna sell them like property to 3 people.
But
get
cars,
some money,
cars
take
you
care
don't
of the
need
other 1
though.
or 2 cars.
Cars you don't need though. I feel like if you have children and women to take care of, you'll find a way for it to happen. If you ever been super broke, you find a way to have money, find a way to feed yourself. There's always a way. There's no such thing as just gotta let them go. There's always a way.
So you think you have, you feel like you have that much control?
Control over what?
Control in that situation. You have the control of why your situation is the way it is.
Yeah. Based off what you're telling me and saying the economy crashed, and
No. We're talking about a different country now. So we're not talking about like America and the rights that you get in America. We're talking about like you're saying an ideal country, and you mentioned the Middle East. This is why I'm only sticking to that. If you're in the Middle East, right, like the way their countries are ran, right? A lot of it is not individualism. A lot of it is kind of like whether it be the mob or it's like like the actual system of the country. So I was just curious, like, do you feel like in that world economy that you have the control to literally say, hey, look, I'm gonna be able to pull myself up by my bootstraps to be able to regain my wealth?
Yes.
Okay, that's dope. I don't know too much about the Middle East. Outside of Palestine, a little bit of Afghanistan and Iraq because of the military. But
is Pakistan in the Middle East?
There was this Palestinian girl.
I think you're trying to go to the Mecca though, right? You're probably thinking of Saudi or something like that.
I wasn't thinking of no place particular, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
You said this would not be the place for you. What were you thinking then?
Eastern Europe.
Europe?
Or Eastern Europe or the Middle East.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. What country?
I don't really know the exact country, but yeah, that's.
Yeah, there was this Palestinian girl I seen the other day.
Yo.
She was pretty bad.
Dude. They got some flavor.
Good
Yeah.
food.
Oh.
What?
What did you say?
What'd you say?
Dark is on a different level. He said that ass is crazy.
I said that's crazy.
Kyler, final thing, man. What do you think? Morality, is it real? Is it objective? We have 2 minutes.
Give me a question again.
Is there an objective morality? Is morality real? Is it real to have something that's objectively right and objectively wrong? Must you believe in God to believe in morality? And what's right and what's wrong?
Can you rephrase it?
Yeah, like what's right and what's wrong, what's good and bad. Is there a
real right and wrong?
Is there a like this is right and this is wrong, no matter what you think? Like no matter how you feel, no matter what your situation is, this is right and this is wrong. It's almost as if like it's written into the way the fabric of society, not society, but the fabric of just the world that we exist in. This is right and these things are wrong.
Me personally, what I think being right or wrong is what society built on. Me, I don't give a shit.
You just all about that life.
I'll be like, hey, this life is like GTA 5. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Fuck around and find out.
So would you date a transgender woman?
Where did that question go?
I don't give a shit. If he or she bad, I smash.
Okay.
Alright, dude.
Alright, before I answer this question, I just got one question for Dark. You hitting James Charles? Alright, let me get this.
That's not my type.
Alright. Is there a room?
If you want to see my type, I'm sending it to Amorion.
He said on IG, no way. Okay, I'll check it out.
Alright, so is there a room?
Is there a difference between what's right and wrong?
Yeah, there's a.
Sorry, is right and wrong written in the fabric of the world?
This is actually a crazy question to think about.
No, that's crazy.
Because you still have level 5, and level 5 is crazy. I really thought about that.
So is there a real right or wrong? Personally, I feel like
I have the ultimate
only
question,
way-
level 6. I have not. There's a question that I have not beat. That's the question I have not like. We've been getting deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
Like there's I have a level 6 question that like I can't. The question is like I can't answer. It's that good.
Hey, not gonna lie, I want to hear it.
Oh no. You have to check. Okay, tune in tomorrow because I'll say it tomorrow.
Alright, so let me speed it up. Let's fit it up. So like it depends. It depends on the person.
Mm.
Cause what I feel is right and wrong is different from what Amarion feels what's right and wrong.
So there is no objective morality.
There is no like real what's right and wrong. But then it also depends on what you believe in. No. Then again, it just depends on the person. Cause me and Amarion, we both love the same God, but we both have different right and wrongs.
He's like, oh no, God.
Well, but you mean God.
So something can't be. So being wrong is dependent on each person. So you think it depends on each person?
I think it depends on the person 100%. Cause if you have a psychopath that can't feel remorse,
empathy.
Yeah, empathy or remorse. His right or wrong is messed up.
But there's still right or wrong.
But would that be wrong though? Let's just say you said his empathy's messed up or something like that.
But the thing is, I can't give an answer because what is yes right or wrong? But who says it's right or wrong? Who says?
Okay.
I just can't answer. I just can't answer.
It's either God or society, religion or society.
There's only two options.
Right, in my mind, right. It could be person, obviously, but like that's not unless you're like you have control over the entire world. I actually do believe that there's a different. I feel like there is an objective right and wrong. There is things that are right.
God.
But there's so many complications.
Sorry, one more time.
If there's a God, I'm going to be like Goku, Super Saiyan, and fight him.
Yeah, I doubt that. I think that God is. I think that there is a sense, right, that makes you kind of realize and feel that there is an objective reality of like this is right and this is wrong. There is things that are right to do and there are things that are wrong to do.
Let's say there's a homeless man right there, right?
Okay.
His life depends on it. If I give him $5, he's starving. He's gonna die in the next 5 minutes if he doesn't get $5 to eat. The only way I get that $5 is if I take from someone else. If I steal from someone, which is a bad act, but I do good with it and I give it to that homeless person. What I just did, is that good or bad?
But what about something that's super wrong though? Like let's just, I don't want to say something too dark, something weird, but
that's how we understand.
Sorry.
Oh, no, I was gonna say.
Say it.
What about something that's
Well, that's something that's super wrong.
Yeah.
So say I have to kill someone, right? In order to save.
I can say better.
Yeah.
Without saying something's wrong. What about if there's someone who keeps someone in torture for most of their life as they're living? They do it because that's their pleasure. They enjoy keeping someone tortured. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that's wrong.
No, I know that's wrong, but I'm asking you to see.
Because the person feels like it. The person feels like it's not wrong. That's interesting.
So you're saying, is it wrong?
Yeah, because you're talking about, I gotta steal the $5, give it to the homeless person, it turns bad into good. But what if this is just bad? Unless you're accounting the guy's pleasure as good.
Wait, hold on, I got lost.
Okay, so essentially what he's asking you, right, is that like, let's say for example, your worldview is saying that like it depends on the individual, right? What's right and wrong depends on the person, right? Alright, it's all good. Do your thing. Do your thing. No, do your thing, please. No, you're good. Be free. And so that was the question, right? There's a difference between what's right and wrong, right? But if let's say for example there is an individual who goes out there and holds someone in their basement, like let's say this like a girl or whatever, holds them in their basement, right? To keep them, kind of like some weird, tell them that the world is about to end. They keep them there and just keep them locked up or whatever, and that's just like what they enjoy and love, right? is that right to keep that person locked up because the person feels like there's no issue with it?
The person that's being tortured?
The person that's being that's locking that person up. They don't feel like it's wrong. Is it wrong?
Not gonna lie, this is this debatable.
It's
Depends on the person.
no shot.
That could be said for everything. We can't use that logic no more.
There's no shot.
For us, there's no debate.
I don't give a shit. If give me a 20, I won't see shit.
There's no shot. You believe that? There's no shot. There's no shot. If that's your mother, there's no shot.
I don't give a shit.
Damn.
Alright, so
If I see it, they give me money, I won't see shit.
There's no shot. There's no shots. There's no shot. There has to be a difference between right and wrong. There has to
What
be.
if someone killed?
There'd be like no laws, essentially.
Yeah.
It'd be anarchy. It'd be GTA 5. That's literally his worldview. Talk about art imitating life. Whenever I said that, yo.
GTA 5.
GTA 5, man.
What if someone kills someone and gives you the money out of their pockets? Dark.
What?
Someone murders someone right in front of you and gives you the money out of their pocket. They're like, here, take this. Go buy something nice.
Yeah. If they came a homie, I'm snitching. If it's like some other person, like my brother, I don't give a shit.
That's true. Same.
I'm taking the money.
Same. What are you gonna do?
That's what
Tell
I was saying.
No, that's complicit, right? You have to be.
What?
You're complicit. You're easily complicit to the crime if you take that money.
Guess what? You can just lie, say, oh, if someone does find out about the crime, oh yeah, if I didn't accept that money, he would have killed me. Okay.
No, but we're talking about morality here. We're talking about like.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if it was my family or a friend, then yeah, I'd be like, hey, what you doing?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Then this is the final. This is really the final question. If what if you do something wrong?
Yeah.
Like objectively wrong.
Mhm.
What's the consequence in law? Right.
Yeah.
If I kill someone, I go to jail. So in life, if you do something wrong, what happens?
It depends on if you're religious or not.
Why?
No.
We're talking about objectively. This, no matter if you believe it or not, this happens.
I think it catches up to you. I think what goes around.
It depends on what action you do.
You can use that mentality. What goes around comes around. But I mean, I've done some stuff and so far nothing happened to me. So
It hasn't come around.
not yet. So
You're only 19.
So there's
That's
nothing.
what I'm
So there's
saying.
technically nothing wrong then.
I mean, it depends what it is, but I mean, I'm still fine.
So then, if he's, so what does it depend on?
What?
What does it depend on?
I mean, it would have to be bad. Maybe like harming someone that's bad. Maybe that'll catch up to you, but I mean,
like how? How would it catch up to you?
actually, you know what? It wouldn't.
Explain it.
Yeah,
Like, you're
so
just-
I know there's some.
If we go outside, dude, I think we're getting banned on like 3 different platforms having this conversation. If we go outside and start just running over people.
And we wouldn't get caught by the law. You're saying laws out the question.
In Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
In
Life
Okay.
is Roblox.
And
We're going
GTA.
In
by-
Roblox. In
we're going by
Roblox.
DJ Khaled's logic. Life
Yeah.
is Roblox.
In Roblox, right? And we're running over people, right? You're saying that that nothing's gonna happen to that person. It's just they're just gonna go in the dirt and then.
As planned, they could get away with anything.
There's
You
no
know,
shot.
I would like to say that. I would like to say that stuff does come around to get you, but I mean, there's truly some evil people out there who do get away with a lot of stuff, and nothing's happened to them. But that's I think that was honestly that whole idea of what goes around comes around was instilled by somebody to prevent somebody from actually doing the bad stuff.
What about it when lights out?
What?
When lights
You
out.
die. That's what I was gonna say. When you die.
When lights out.
Then that's religion. That's a whole other thing.
Is it religion?
That's when it-
Or is it just objective reality? It's just the way the world works.
It is just the way the world works.
I mean, I don't know.
Because no matter if you believe in God or not, there's still a heaven or hell. If you don't believe in a heaven or hell, there's still a heaven or hell.
See, that's using religion now. You know that's.
I know,
So
but
what if-
I understand.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
What if-
This is, see, guys. We haven't even gotten to level 5 yet, bro.
This is
Guys.
bro, I could.
This is I appreciate y'all. Shout out. Thank you, Doc, for coming through. Huh?
One last thing.
Oh, you want to talk? Okay.
One last thing about the God part at the end of the line. Don't you guys think that the reason why I believe there's a heaven or hell, if we died and nothing happened, isn't that like the best outcome? Like you just cease to exist. You don't know anything. You're just like before you were born. You don't have any emotional attachments to anything. You're just out of here.
That's the closest thing you have to the start, right? Technically.
I feel like this is a whole other conversation though, because we were talking about what goes around comes around on Earth as humans. You guys are talking about
No. I'm talking about objective morality. Morals. What's the difference between good and bad and right and wrong, right? Morality. If you're saying objectively, like you're just like you're saying there's an objective reality. You're saying that's something that's without that's a part of this world, that's a part of life, whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you notice it or not, it's objective, it's happening. So like I think it's appropriate to kind of say, hey, look, no, I think the question here is that do you believe that there is a good and bad? Like, do you believe that something happens after when everything, not laws. Laws are different from morality, right? Like, when something happens.
Is it good or bad? Yeah, I think there's good and bad.
Okay. Do you believe that something's going to happen to you after lights out?
After you're dead?
After morality, yeah. After you're dead. After.
I can't answer that. That's for them to answer.
Well, that's a thought, right? What do you think?
I do, because if nothing did, then one, that would be a good outcome for everyone. That would be a happy ending for everyone, essentially, right? So no, you just didn't have to deal with all those consequences of your life.
So you believe,
man, deep thoughts.
Okay. So it's a good outcome for everyone. So you believe what you do does come back to you.
Yeah, whether that be when you die, because someone's watching, right? And if nothing happens, then that's the best outcome for everyone. Everyone's on an even playing field.
Yep.
You got to start and finish. That's it. But then also,
Dark is MVP.
We don't know. We don't know anything. So I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that there's gonna be a heaven or hell to do good, and what makes me feel good than just go out and do anything that I want and being like taking a chance on me going to hell, right? Because I think that nothing's gonna happen, and that's the best outcome. Which would be the best outcome if I was out here killing a bunch of people. You're like, oh, God's not real. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna end, and that's it. Gonna be gone. There's no fire and brimstone. It's just space. Nothing. Just
that's interesting.
Gone.
It's a thought, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
We gotta start the next one with this, bro. This is just like.
It's a deep question, right?
Yeah.
It's a deep, and it's crazy how I haven't thought about that question until 2 years ago. You're starting off with the question at 19. This is why I think it's really important to recognize that, like, you don't want to spend so much of your time thinking about the past. You don't want to spend so much of your time thinking about the future. You just want to focus on each and every day.
Yeah.
But it is interesting questions to ask yourself. So anyway, thank you for all who joined us. Welcome to the beginning of the Never End.
Thank you, Dark, man.
Thank you for giving us the last, man. Dark is the OG. Thank you for coming through, bro. We come do the show every day at 6 p.m. Come check it out. And have peace, love, and happiness. Even after death. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright, Brody. Alright, Brody.